Hello, YouTube. How we all doing? Welcome, guys. Welcome to the live stream. It's gonna be a special stream today because we are finally doing another mega challenge. Now, if you haven't been here for a long time, you might not even know what that is. This is something we used to do every 1,000 levels. Now, 1,000 levels? What does that even mean? That's not a thing for a long time. Now, back in the day, you would just get infinite levels. So I was level 16,661, for example, back then. And every time we reached another 1,000 levels, we would do a mega challenge. Now, since that this level system has been replaced with the new system, it's much easier to level up now. So we have not done it like every prestige. And recently, especially, we haven't done it in a while because there were so many updates. There was Halloween, there was Christmas, there was just all these reworks, so we were so busy, new map of course, so busy that we didn't do it. Now that means that this is gonna be an insanely hard mega challenge because we're gonna be doing a different challenge on each and every one of the maps in Phasmophobia. Now we have a new map which is going to be included for the first time in the mega challenge. We got 2 reworks on Grafton and Bleasdale, and we got new ghosts as well. So it's going to be by far the hardest mega challenge we've seen. Now we really have no time to waste because we're going to need every single minute of the stream to try and get this all done within like 5 hours. We'll see how this goes. It's going to be very hard. It'll be fun, and I am going to get the list ready for a second here because we are going to hop in different thing. Each map, I have it here on the side. 1 second. Oh yeah, we do need to say hi YouTube for the when we turn it into a video as well though. So let's do that. Here we go, gamers. Let's go. Alrighty. Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to a very special video because we are finally doing another mega challenge. If you don't know what this is something where we go to every single map in Phasmophobia doing a different challenge on each and every one of them. Now, since the last time we've done this, we have had many updates. We now have a new map. We got map reworks that have made the maps harder. Plus, we got new ghosts as well. So this is going to be by far the hardest mega challenge we've ever done. It's gonna be a great one. I really hope you enjoy. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. But let's not waste any more time. And let's start with the first challenge of many, which is gonna be the way that everybody starts this game, which is going to Tanglewood with no items but the bare bones minimum starter items. Let's hop in. All right, let's take out all our stuff because we can't use any of this. Disable loadout. Is it just gonna take it out? Oh boy, we're gonna have to set everything to tier 1 as well. Wait, how do I do that? How do I do that when I need to enable the loadout first? And then disable the loadout? Yes, I learned. I may thank you for the 6. And Ellie, thank you guys for all the subs. If I missed you, by the way, I was so busy with setting it all up. Okay, let's set it to, we're gonna do nightmare mode. Nightmare mode with screens as usual, like that's my basic difficulty. So we're not just doing a professional or like amateur run here. That would be way too easy, even with starter items. So sanity, activity monitor, activity level, and we're all good. All right, now I need to get the wheel too, but let's hop in first. Oh boy. Oh god, don't tell me it's a blood moon. I'm gonna cry. Alright, now... Oh, the guy's just talking. I was like, who the fuck is interrupting me, you asshole? Now we're also going to spin the wheel, and we'll see how many believer wins we can get throughout all of this, because we might have to do several maps many times, because if we die, it's not going to count. We have to beat the challenge by getting the ghost correct and surviving on every single map. Now we're going to start with Goryo on the wheel right here, and I hear rain. I surely hope that's not a blood moon, because that would be very mean. Luckily it's not. We might see a blood moon today. We got Holly Dyer right here. Now we only have these evidence items right here. This is only the starter items. We don't even have a photo cam, for example, and we're just gonna see what we can do here. Now, this is what everybody starts with, which is kind of crazy. Now, we're not just gonna do a regular amateur mode or something. This is nightmare mode, the only difference being that the screens are turned on. So yeah, this will be a tough one. We are only gonna get 2 evidence on this. Now, it is Tanglewood, which is our best friend, which, by the way, if you're watching this too far into the future, well, not too far, just I don't even know how long, but soon this map will look very, very different. So take a look at the old Tanglewood, because we might have to say goodbye to this one soon, because they have shown that they will be changing this map and turning it into a completely different map that is going to have a whole different aesthetic. Now, we have the one cursed possession that we literally cannot use, which is extremely messed up, but there's nothing we can do about that. This is the one where you need the lighter, and we don't have that, but that's fine. Who needs a lighter when you got... I heard a light switch. You turned off light switch over here. That could actually be really good. We do have UV, of course, so we can run for that immediately. So light switch turned off, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Now, we're gonna get 2 evidence here. So it could be fingerprints on the light switch. It would have to be fingerprints if it's Obake, although Obake can hide its fingerprints, so we'll see right here. Now, the nice part about having only these starter items is that it doesn't take a lot of work to take all of them into the map. Yeah, I think Tanglewood is the perfect map. So they have a hard... Oh, look at that! Well, we do have fingerprints. It's gonna be tough to improve this map, so we'll see what they can do. Let me know if you're from the future what you think about the new Tanglewood. So we have UV as one of our first 2 evidences right here. Now, it's on both the door, and the door was fully closed. But, oh no, Uri doesn't even have this, so never mind. Is it in this room? Tier 1 thermo is by far the worst item in the entire video game. It fucking sucks. Okay, so this one... It's cold in both of these rooms. It's actually going down even more over here right now. Let's see if we got any orbs or something. Orbs would be great. Oh, hello. It turned on the light. Now, it can't already not be a mare, but that is always good to remember. That if it turns on a light, you can immediately rule out a mare, which is one of the ghosts that is kind of tough to figure out sometimes with certain combinations of evidence. So always good to keep an eye out on light switches turning off or on, especially on. Okay, so can you give us a sign? I'm seeing no Orbeez here. It could still be a Goryo, though, which would have to be dots, right? Also, once again, fingerprints on the light switch, which the Obake would have a 25% chance not to leave fingerprints, and we've seen 3 fingerprints so far. And they're also still here, which usually Obake has a tendency to make their fingerprints disappear faster. That is one of the, like, hidden abilities it can do. Let's talk to it. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? You can see the dot going. Big fat smack. Let's once again check for fingerprints. If you still have Obake as an option, always make sure to check every single fingerprint, because there's 2 ways you could figure out Obake based on that. You could either see the Obake fingerprint, which is the 7 fingerprint or 6 finger fingerprint, or you could see no fingerprints. If you see no fingerprints after it just touched the door, that means it's also an Obake, because it's the only ghost that can hide it. Look, we have an empty truck. Nothing left. Alright, now dots for Goryo would be kind of awful, especially with the tier 1 dots. Because it's, like, that is the contender for #1 with the word. Well, it is dots. Unfortunately, not a Goryo, because we saw it right there. Now, it is also a female ghost. Holly Dyer right here, so Banshee is still possible. If you have a male ghost in this situation, you can rule out Banshee, because Banshee can only be female since the new update. Phantom or Obambo or Banshee. This should be relatively easy. Now, Obambo is one of the new ghosts that we will be seeing for the first time on a Mega Challenge. I'm seeing dots once again. I think this means that we kind of want to start gunning for a potential hunt right here. We could also figure out Phantom with a video camera. If we can take a video recording of the dots and then it instantly disappears, or more likely, if it does like a singing ghost event and it just stands still for a little bit, we can take a video of that, and if it disappears, it would be gone. Yeah, Obambo, is well, it's the first time we've seen it, so let's just go over it. Oh, we've seen it before, but it might be the first time you've seen it. The Obambo is the ghost of someone who was never properly laid to rest. Fickle and defensive, it flickers between states of calm and aggression. Strength, while aggressive, the Obambo is quicker to start hunting. Weakness, while calm, the Obambo is slower to start hunting and easier to track. So yeah, it's basically flipping between like a demon and like an Oni that does. Let's fucking go! That's exactly what I was talking about. A singing ghost event was gonna make this the easiest. So as you saw right there, as soon as I took the video, it instantly popped out of existence, which means it's a phantom right there, which helps me out because that means we don't have to wait for a hunt. So there you go. With only starter items, you can still figure out a nightmare ghost just fine. And we didn't even have a cursed possession that time. So we're gonna get out of here. Now obviously that's very doable for us right here, but it's gonna only get worse from here. This is just the beginning. Now it can't be a mimic, unfortunately, because we did see the dots. But there might be some mimic shenanigans as well throughout all this. Okay, so that's how it's gonna go. We have survived. We did get the ghost correct, so we can move on to the next challenge. Now, the next challenge is immediately gonna be one of the newer maps. Not Nell's Diner yet, but it's gonna be Bleasdale, and we're gonna go in with a photo randomizer, which is also a challenge you might not have seen in a while. I'll explain it once we get into the map right here. Bleasdale, we're coming. Now I need to add all the equipment back in. So we're gonna go boom, boom. Enable loadout, and then we're gonna change a few things back, like the UV light. Oh, the UV light's still not even upgraded. Head cam, I guess. Yeah, we're doing casino. Just give me a second. I'm just making sure that we could do, like incense. I think tier 2 might be better. Although it is going to be kind of annoying. But anyway, that's fine. Yeah, once again, I think nightmare mode for this is just fine. Tier 2 salt might be better, yeah. Tier 2 salt, tier 2 incense. Okay, let me I lost the YouTube chat as well. And let me get the wheel. Oh god. Don't tell me. Alright, we're also gonna, of course, spin once again. Let's see what we get. Will it be a Dio? Alrighty. I hear heavy rain, by the way. Are they gonna tease me the whole time? Whew! Okay. You're giving me a heart attack, video game. Alright, no blood moon, luckily. That would make things a whole heck of a lot harder. Okay, so what are we doing here? Look at this beautiful set of equipment right here. Everything decked out with tier 3 items. However, we can't touch any of it. Why? Because we are doing photo media randomizer, which we used to call it just photo randomizer because there was only a photo cam. Now, however, you can also take videos and audios. The way this is going to work is that every time we're going to only start with a photo cam, and every time we get a correct photo that shows up in the book, it's gonna give us another random item. Now, hopefully, through this process, we will unlock the items that we need to figure out what this ghost is, because otherwise, we're basically gonna be left with no evidence, and we'll see how it goes. Now, we're gonna go in. I think I'm just doing, since this is Bleasdale, which is one of the new maps, it tends to be extremely dark. I think we are going to give a flashlight just so you guys can see the game and not just complete darkness. I think that's gonna just improve the game experience overall. Also, I quickly need to get the wheel of items ready because I don't have that. So let me just give me a second. We need to write down, quickly write down the items. Let's see, what items do we unlock here? I think we just unlock everything, right? Like everything can be on there except, including, how does it work? How do we do this again? We've done a media randomizer since we've had the video cam. Like, because we don't need to unlock the video cam randomly, right? I'm assuming, like, once we're full with photos, we get it automatically. I think. Let's just write things down. Crucifix. Crucifix. Head cam, I think, is fine. It's a bit of a shitty item, but that's the way the randomness crumbles. Sanity pill. I think lighter is included with either candle or smudge stick, right? That would just be lame. Otherwise, you get a fucking burrito that you can't even use at all. Motion sensor, paramic. Smudge I already put on. So sound recorder I'm not gonna put on, but we do need to think about a rule for that though. Can we just use all of them, I guess? I mean, what we could do is, instead of having a flashlight, we have all of the media items and a head cam, but that's kind of maybe too easy. But I think that's maybe fine, just media-wise. Let me just keep writing down the rest though. Salt, crucifix already put on. Motions or sound recorder, sound sensor, my favorite. And then EMF. This is where the good items are. Thermo. Spirit box. UV. Flashlight's already on there. Writing book. Well, flashlight we already have. Dots. And video. Well, no video cam then. Okay, so now I have... What am I missing? Oh, tripod! I almost forget the most important item in the game. So we have tripod, dots, writing book, spirit box, EMF, thermo, UV. That's the whole right side. Then we have crucifix, sound sensor, salt, paramic, smudge stick, motion sensor. I did put on candle, sanity pill, head cam, and motion sensor. So everything is on there. All right, that's what we need. That's all we really needed here. Good. So I have that ready to roll. Now what do we do? What do you guys think? Should we have all of the media items and just do all the media items, or only photo cam, and once we're done with that, we unlock the next one? I don't know how this would work. Because we've only done this like once, and we haven't really figured out the rules yet. I mean, we could just do it classic style. Let's just start classic style, and then once we are like done with photos, we have to move up. I think that's how we do it. Let's just get going though. Alrighty, so first things first, we want to find like the bone in the cursed possession, because those are very free photos. So it can't be anything as long as it gives you money. We're gonna be able to get a random item from it. So the bone is gonna be very nice. We also have an immediate board, which is very nice. Now I think the way that this is going to work is that once we have all the photos, like we can't take any more photos, we are allowed to choose either the sound recorder or the video cam, because we do need those, obviously, to get more random items. Why is this all glowing? Are you seeing this? Excuse me, they got glow-in-the-dark stuff in here? Since when? I haven't seen that. Alright, well, we got an item now. So we're going to spin this wheel right here, which has all the random items on it, except the media items, and we'll see what we get. Please be an evidence item. That's going to be very important. Okay, well, that's not helpful in any way whatsoever, which, that's kind of how this is going to go, potentially. We'll see. I'm going to grab it, though. Might as well. Maybe we can find the ghost with it. It's a lightning bug. Okay, let's see. We're gonna grab a paramic. Thank you for the... Hey, at least it's not a sound sensor. It could be worse, guys. It could be a tripod. Stuck Pandora. Thank you for the prime, by the way. Alright. Hello, ghost? Let's quickly check upstairs. Now, we already know the cursed possession is the board. However, I don't really want to use that, because my sanity is going to be completely ruined if I do that. And then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Look at this beautiful map. What the hell? I've never heard that in my life. What the hell was that sound? It wasn't a ghost, because the ghost is here. What? That was crazy. Dude, photocam is gonna actually be kind of hard, because we need like... Oh, it's cold in here. Cold in this... Oh, and I didn't explain this rule yet, or I didn't mention this rule yet, but an additional is that if we get an objective, if we finish an objective, we also get an item from that. Now did we did? Oh, I didn't even see that. We have paramic objective, so we do get an item from that. That's very nice. I'm quickly checking up here, while we still have some sanity to work with, if there's any bone over here, because the bone would actually be extremely helpful, because it would also be a bonus item. I'm seeing nothing here though. We might We're gonna just sit at the ghost for a little bit, but we might have to do a bit of a exploration journey. Look at this dingy ass spiderweb covered attic. So good. Can you give us a sign? Oh, I touched one of these things. We can't, like, this challenge has gotten so different over the years because the media has changed a lot. It used to be you would just take a photo of like anything to get an interaction. That's not gonna be a thing anymore. You could also take photos of doors that were just touched and it would say that there was fingerprints there without even using the UV. That's not a thing anymore. That's long gone now. Now just throwing some stuff. Also, is that soap? So we can't roll another time because we did just finish the paramike objective, so hopefully we get a good item now. Well, can't get much worse than that, so at least it's only up from here. That's quite literally the most. I think even a tripod might be more useful than this garbage, so genuinely anything else is gonna be better than this crap. I shouldn't have said anything because I said it could be worse. It could be a sound sensor, and the wheel was like, all right, watch this. We're gonna take them though. Maybe we'll get some use out of it. The rare time sound sensors will carry us. I don't see that happening, but here we go. And we do have a decent spike here. That could be EMF 5. This might become like a bit of a wacky no evidence type challenge. I'm gonna write that down as it potentially being EMF 5, this big 4 spike right here, without us being in the house. But we're gonna have to see. So what if we would, like, motion sensor would actually be useful. Luckily we have one that will happen no matter what. Like, we don't have to do anything for this, so eventually we'll get another item. Now I think we need at least 3 photos before we can say, like, unlock another one of the media items. So we should try as much as we can. Now, it's very dark here, but I should quickly check where the breaker is. It might be over here, so that we can actually turn on the damn lights, because it's so dark. Yep, it's right there. Nice. Because the light, that is the thing with the new maps, and that's why I'm kind of afraid of the Tanglewood rework, because all the new maps have been just so immensely dark after the rework that Tanglewood might also get extremely dark. Isn't there a... Can't you, like, change the modes on this shit? How do you do that again? Doesn't the sound sensor have multiple modes? I forgot how you do that, because I never use this thing. You can set it to, like, be wide range or short. Oh, it's only for tier 3? Oh, this is the tier 1. Okay, I didn't upgrade it because I never fucking use it. Alright, tier 1 sound sensor, do your thing. Your thing being absolutely nothing. Anyway, whatever. Can you give me a sign? Can you show yourself? Your thing being just sitting there and, like, telling someone in the truck that the ghost just threw an item, even though I could already tell you that, but being inside of the fucking map instead of being like a baby hanging out in the truck. Can you give me a sign? Can you show yourself? Can you do something? I'm expecting lots from you, sir. Or ma'am. Wait, who we got? We got Linda right here, so we can't also have Diane. Now, assuming we have EMF, that does help quite a bit. However, we're seeing I was just gonna say we're seeing very little activity, but you just threw that off the wall. That was kind of sick. Can you give me a sign? Linda! Linda, how are you today? Can you show yourself, Linda? Let's turn off the lights, because turning off the lights will make the ghost do more activity. We could get dirty water here, which will be a beautiful extra photo. And we can also still go hunt for the bone if we really have to, which, if we can get the ghost photo, that counts as 2 items, because it's generally a hard photo to get. That's at least the old rule. Now that you can take the ghost photo and video, it might be a little OP, but I think we're just gonna stick to the OG rules, and we might have to change them since the game has changed so much since we've done that challenge a lot. Now, I'm seeing really not much happening here. It's very cold, so it could be... It was cold pretty quickly, but the breaker was off, so it could just be normal. Like, the freezing breath no longer means that it's actually freezing, it just means that it's cold. That is a very old thing. That's one way to know that you haven't played the game in way too long, if you are confused by that, because that has been a change, I don't know, over a year ago. Now we have that show up any ghost or any temperature below 5, which includes, for example, rooms outside when it's snowing. So snowing means that it's gonna be freezing breath everywhere. Now, I'm still calling it freezing breath because that's what it used to be called, and it's kind of hard for me to change that, so I guess I'm kind of adding to the confusion, but anyway. Okay, so I think we're just gonna have to, this might be a shade, because it is pretty inactive, but it was throwing while we were in there, even though it wasn't doing very much. But I think we definitely want to have another item, so we're gonna quickly do a bit of a scouting mission here to see if we can grab any bone. Now, hopefully we don't have to go outside in the rain, but, oh, luckily we don't. There it is. Okay, so that is yet another media that shows up in the book, so this is our second actual successful photo, which means we get our third item, which is hopefully not going to be the tripod. Literally, literally anything. Okay, what do we want right now? I would love to get UV, like any evidence item, and I'm not complaining. Even the motion sensor so we can get the objective, I'd be totally fine with, but just not the tripod. That is the other only item that literally doesn't do fucking anything for us right now, bro. It's complete doo-doo garbage, man. It's turning into a no evidence challenge because this wheel hates me. This ghost also hates me. Holy. Is that early? We could snag a ghost photo. Ah! Okay, I think I missed that one. Yep, goodbye. Now watch this drive. Yo, did I get that? I'm scared. Okay. No! I thought I had it. Oh, man. Okay, what the hell? Let's check our sanity immediately, because that is seemingly kind of early, but it is... We were in the dark for a lot, so who knows? Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be right at 50, huh? Aye. Okay, interesting. Could be a ghost that has some kind of sanity ability, like the Djinn, maybe? Djinn here has something that drains your sanity faster. It clearly wasn't a die-in because it wasn't getting faster when we were walking. It didn't seem to speed up with the electronics, right? So Raichu seems off the table. I would like to rule out just purely because I didn't get to take the photo, and if it's an Oni, I should have been able to take the photo. That would be embarrassing. Now, we didn't really loop it very much. What the hell was all this? That's a lot of spikes right there. Yeah, I think it was normal speed. Now, it can't be a Shade, because Shade can only hunt starting from 35% sanity, which this is higher than that, so that's off the table. A Dio would also be off the table, but that's not even an option right here. So I think we're just gonna head back in with our head cam and I guess get another hunt, because there's not much we can do. Next up, we're gonna get tripod or sanity pills or something. That's really not gonna do much for us at all. Okay, so we want to try and get the ghost photo, but we're gonna run out of photos, and we have almost ran out of the ability to delete media now, unfortunately. If I can get a ghost event here, that would be so sick. Can you give me a sign? Can you show yourself? If you levitate something, I can actually take a photo of that, but it's gonna be a tough one. Oh, well, you literally just did that. That's so rude. Can you give me a sign? If you levitate the toilet paper, I'll be... You okay, check? Wait, what? Now watch this drive. Oh, does that count? Yes! Okay, that's something. Do I even have to do a yoga test? I don't even have to do a yoga test. Is it a djinn? Okay, I'm totally fine. That was a nice sniper from the balcony, indeed. Okay, so that means 2 new items, plus we're almost out of photos, so we can still take 1 or 2 more, and we can delete another. Alright, we get 2 items. There's no way, unless it gives me... What would be the worst possible combination? Tripod sanity pills would be the worst. Tripod sanity pills or candle. Either those 3 would be pretty much useless. Anything else would at least do something. Let's see. Oh my goodness, it is possible. We get a UV. Now we're talking. Alright, UV. And motion sensor is totally fine because we can do an objective with that as well. Okay. So we get UV motion sensor. I'll take those. And we can also, I mean, we're already in hunting range. Djinn would be really obvious, so I was just so focused on getting the photo that I didn't really listen. But anyway, UV and motion sensor is for the objective, so that will give us, this is like an investment. We just get an item back when we complete the objective with this one, which is kind of fine. And then we can also just get lower sanity. Now, hopefully you're not going to do immediately a ghost event, and I'm not going to have my photo cam, and I'm going to be so sad. Please don't do this. I think I'm just going to place this here, because we know it's going to walk through this eventually, right? And then we can grab our photo cam really quickly, so we don't miss anything. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. Let's test for djinn. Ah! Okay, maybe not. Maybe not a very good idea. That did seem like a djinn to me. Do another test. Wait. It's getting faster, but I'm so scared to die. Grandma? Grandma? Grandma. It's gonna stop hunting soon. Okay. I think that did get faster. Which djinn would be, what evidence? It would be UV and freezing, which we do have a UV right now, so we can just... we also did complete this objective, so that means another item, but let's quickly check for UV, because that could also be a photo. Did you touch this door on the way out? It might also just be freezing, though. You must have touched one of these fucking doors, right? Oh, dirty water! Yo, what the fuck? Okay, this is huge. We get dirty water. Now give me a sign. Touch something real quick. Show yourself. Come on. Okay, so that's 2 new items right here in case we don't just want to leave with djinn as our main guest right here. Can you knock on the window? Can you touch something? Can you give me a sign? Ah! Ah! I don't have sprint? Why do I not... Why was my sprint not working? Like, I guess I just ran over there. That was insane. Whew. Okay. Alright, buddy. Oh my god, it's so dark. It's clearly a djinn. I'm gonna perish! Okay, okay, alright, we did it, guys. time to pack it up. It's time to pack it up and leave. Because I'm working on borrowed time right now, my goodness. So yeah, as soon as it... How does the djinn work? The djinn will be fast when it's far away from you. And the breaker's turned on. Now, this also explains our sanity dropping really fast because the djinn has a ability where it will just... When the breaker is on, it will randomly drain your sanity by 25% sometimes, which can cause you to get hunted really early when you don't expect it, which is what happened right there. So, we should have a djinn with ability used 1 right here, something like that. Very scary. Now we did also complete an extra objective plus an extra photo, but we don't even need that. So get me the hell out of here. Yeah, this is the new Bleasdale, which is one of the reasons this is going to be harder, because we do have harder maps now, such as that one right there. But it worked. We did it. Actually, big payout right there. Did that count? It did. Ability used 1. So that is the 25% sanity drain right there. So we kind of honed in on that immediately based on that seemingly early hunt. All right, so that worked out all right with the very bad items we got. I'm pretty happy that turned out that way. So now we're gonna go to Edgefield with an actual no evidence challenge, which is kind of what we just did, not by virtue of my own choice, but by virtue of the wheel deciding to give me only garbage. But anyway, let me quickly set up the challenge for this, which is going to be this one right here. That's it. Just no evidence. Nothing else. 7 times multiplier. Oh, baby. Let's do it. Then we should spin the wheel.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
What is happening?
Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a
Sorry, this stupid website is so annoying now.
But be careful. We don't know what it's capable of.
Alright, so far no believer wins, unfortunately, but we will get many, many chances. So, Phantom, a little late on that one, Mr. Wheel, but alright. Okay, so no evidence, no other restrictions, so that is going to be very nice. This is just a regular nightmare mode with obviously the screens, and we have all this beautiful gear. Now, no evidence means we're not going to be able to use any of these, really, outside of just finding the ghost room, which means that we can use the tier 3 thermo right here, finally, to find the ghost room fast. Let's see. So we got Gary Smith right here, which immediately gives us information. We can, before we even leave the truck, already rule out 2 ghosts. We can say it's not a Dian and it's not a Banshee, because those will only be female ghosts. And since we got Gary right here, we don't have either of those. Now we're just gonna head in here with, I think, this and maybe just a photo cam for some bonus money, because it is gonna be a big multiplier payout right here. Hello, ghost. Ooh, we have tarot cards. That's not the best, but it's gonna be fun. That might get us killed without any mistake whatsoever. Let's turn on the thing here. Boop. Alright, so let's use this thing. Best item to find the ghost room quickly without being reliant on ghost activity right here. You just walk around, hold the button. Which, it doesn't even show that I'm holding it right now, but I promise you, I'm holding the button right now as hard as I can. And as soon as you walk into a room and it's suddenly like 3 degrees lower than every other room, or if it's later in the game, it's gonna be like 10 degrees lower, it'll be really obvious. We're gonna check the basement as well real quick, because you don't wanna have to come back here later. I'm seeing nothing, so far at least. Can you give me a sign? Alright, so we're probably gonna have a ghost upstairs. Yeah, we're gonna pull cards, don't worry. Oh. Probably this room. It's not even that cold. Wait, this could also be this room and maybe twins, something like that. Not here either. Hallway, maybe? Oh, am I happy with the thermo right here? Thermo is such a godly item. 8 degrees in the toilet. There you go. So as soon as you step into the ghost room, you'll pretty much instantly know what the ghost room is. Oh, and we can rule out yet another ghost right there. We can say that it is not going to be an Oni, because Onis cannot do the airball like that. We did lose sanity, unfortunately, because we did get hit by the airball right there. We're at 80 now. All right, so no Oni either. So yeah, taking the evidence items for actual evidence is not going to be a thing, because we're not going to get any. We will take basically the right side of the truck is going to be kind of useless, and the left side is going to be our best friend. So we're going to take a candle here. Also, we'll protect our sanity a little bit. Let's take the salt for the wraith check, and then we could just take a sound recorder as well to see if we can maybe catch a banshee scream on this thing. That would be cool. Can you give me a sign, buddy? We're gonna place that right there, and then just like on the stairs here in case it hunts, something like that. Or we get a Not dirty water. Also, it stepped on the salt. So, not a wraith. Okay, it blew out one candle. We're gonna keep track of that. One candle. Yeah, we could check for orbs. Oh, another stompy. Because orbs are still gonna show up if it's a mimic. Which will be amazing for us. Now, it's gonna be good practice, because obviously we are working towards harder and harder challenges that are gonna also involve no evidence. This light, I did not touch this light. What does that mean? We have no mare either. So just like that, you just knowing these things and paying attention, you can rule out lots of ghosts on the way. This is why I think it's so good to just know these rules, even if you play normally and you don't do these challenges. It can help you quite a bit. So it blew out the candle for the second time. So this time, if it blows out the candle, it will hunt if it's an on Rio. So if we get an insta hunt after, we're gonna have to run away, but we also know what ghost it is. Can you give me a sign? Now, I want to be inside the map, so I'm not gonna grab like a crucifix or a smudge stick right now. Can you give me a sign? Nogalo, it steps through 2 salt. So I still have to iron down or like know exactly the rules to that, because I have tested this and Galus can step in salt multiple times in a row, at least during a hunt. We've had salt like placed over there, and at the living room, and it would just walk through all of them and step in every single one in a row. Well, not on Rio, because the candle was still turned on, right? It's also fast as fuck. This sounds like Thay. That's crazy. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. Okay, so that's a really fast ghost, which is gonna be helpful. Luckily, we didn't die. It was so fast. So in that situation, without a smudge stick, if it's any other ghost, you can usually just go to the living room and then take a loop and go upstairs to hide up there next to the closet. But when you're dealing with a Thay like that, you should probably not do that and take it, like, it's a bit of a risky strat to hide there because the ghost can sometimes just randomly find you. So clearly this was a very early hunt, which means we can rule out many ghosts right here. We can rule out all these ones. Demon, Galu. Wait, Galu could be, because Galu can early hunt after it steps in the salt, right? Can't it? I think it can. This is, I still need to play against these ghosts so much more. I've played against these ghosts like 2 times. So I'm still getting used to the new rules, which is why this is also going to be the hardest mega challenge. Obviously, these are all gone. Moroi can't early hunt. Obambo can early hunt, but, right? Slightly, but I don't think that early. Phantom, Poltergeist. Raichu wouldn't be fast downstairs where there were no electronics, but it could early hunt like this. Raichu can early hunt at 65 when there's electronics nearby. Revenant obviously can't. Shade. Mimic could do anything that it wants to do. So we're pretty much down with these ghosts. So yeah, I think we're down to Thay right here. Easy peasy. Now we're gonna actually do a crazy check for this because it's just fun to do this. So what are we gonna do? We are gonna loop this ghost as long as we can with as many smudge sticks as we can, because one of the big rules of Thay is that even though it's a very fast ghost, it will never speed up during the hunt. So if you have enough smudge sticks to protect yourself, you can't just loop it forever. And then if you don't notice it speeding up, you know that it's a Thay. And we will also pull some cards. Because we gotta, of course. So while we wait, we might as well do that, because we can maybe get a death card from this, and then it will just speed everything up a little bit. Oh boy. Okay, well there goes even more of my sanity. That does nothing. Okay, I don't even know if that was because of the thing. Okay, still fast. I have a lighter. Oh god. So I do have tier 2 smudge sticks, so it's gonna get slower, but then it's gonna be faster again. So you can hear it's not speeding up at all. You hear that? It is just the same speed the whole way through. Which is the telltale sign for either something like a Hantu. However, Hantu wouldn't have been that fast in a room at presumably above 10 degrees. Now, Thays are kind of particular, where they will be really fast, but they also get slower over time. So the fact that this guy was slower now doesn't mean that it's not a Thay, because it's just older. Yeah, it's 20 degrees here. That cannot be a Hantu, because the Hantu would be extremely slow right there. Now, it being the same type of speedy ghost twice in a row means that the Mimic is highly unlikely, and Galu would still speed up during the hunt. Obambo would still speed up during the hunt, like these ghosts. And unless it's a Dian, but I wasn't moving when it was fast before, right? So that seems highly unlikely. We'll pull all the you know what? Fuck it. But I'm not gonna do the bullshit where we gonna get, like... Am I getting hunted? No. We're not gonna, like, get killed by death cards here, so we're just gonna do a quick bit of cheese to just see if we get anything spicy out of this. This is what I do if I just want to get rid of the cards so that Chad's happy with me without getting stuck in this house for, like, 5 minutes in a row. Because every time you get a death card, you're gonna have to just wait in a hiding spot forever. You sneaky, sneaky, sneaky bastard. Alright, get me out of here. That worked out. Yeah, it was quite slow there, but we must have been close to it for long enough then, right? Yeah, there you go. So you can see it right here in the abilities list. Abilities use 3, so it got older 3 times. Every time it gets older, it adds 1 to the abilities use stat right here, which means that that was much slower than its max speed, of course, which is why it seemed like it might not have been a Thay there at the end, but it was. All right, so that is yet another challenge completed. So far, so good. No mistakes yet, no deaths. Now we just did no evidence, of course. Now, let's flip it around and do no sanity instead. So we're gonna have no sanity this time, which means immediate hunts. Now, we're gonna do this on one of the maps where it's gonna be extremely dark. So this will be a good showcase on how we're gonna have to be extra careful on Grafton, make sure that we have enough lights, because Grafton is the darkest map in the entire game, especially since the rework. It is extremely dark on this map, so we're gonna hop in here. First I need to change this though, and set it up to be just all the evidence, but no, let's just do nightmare, screens, activity, and then no sanity. No sanity, no sanity pills. 5 times just off of that, that's crazy. Pretty good. So we can't actually get evidence here, which should be fine. Alrighty, all of the good items. Let's hop in here. And we should need to spin. Alrighty, so far no wins yet, right? We gotta step it up, Mr. Wheel. What are you doing? Alright, Raichu. Okay. So this is regular nightmare mode, but of course we have no sanity, and our sanity pills do absolutely nothing. They give us no sanity whatsoever. I guess we could still use these for a speed boost so that we have infinite sprint, but that's a little, I don't know. I'd rather just have a smudge stick. We have Jazz here. Jazz Miller, what a name. We're gonna have lights. Lights are important, so we're gonna bring a smudge here. I feel like 1 smudge should be okay, and then we're gonna take like a thermo, although I highly doubt that we're gonna find this ghost before it's gonna start hunting, but it will probably be fine. So we need to find the breaker ASAP, turn it on so that we can actually turn on the proper lights. Now we do have very good luck here. Actually, this is so funny about these new maps and the lighting system change, is that fog in real life should be the weather with the least visibility. In Phasmo, however, it is by far the best weather condition for dark maps like this, because look at this, you can actually see. It's crazy. I remember like a long time ago when they first added fog, it was exactly like this. If you just turned up your brightness, fog would be like an actual light hack, and now it's back, baby. It's so good. Because it gives like the outline on all of the items, which makes it extremely powerful. Breaker is here. That's nice. So yeah, breaker on. That's what we needed. Now we need to turn on lights. Oh fuck! It's already hunting. Probably coming from the attic. Do I have a lighter? Yes. Very quiet. Okay, coming from the attic. I was just making sure to see that. So we have an attic ghost. No miling. No miling, no Raichu. I saw it for a second. It touched that door. Wait, it touched that door, and we do still have. So this is nightmare mode with no sanity, which means that we can just use evidence items. So we can use the UV on this door to see if we get any fingerprints there. Yeah, no Dio. There's quite a lot of ghosts that we can already rule out there on that first hunt right there. Plus, we might want to just take some crucifixes and put them in the attic, because, yeah, we can also obviously prevent hunts. In order to be able to collect some evidence, maybe. I'm gonna throw that there. Hold on to the smudge for dear life. It's hunting immediately. Holy. Okay, we have no fingies. Gotta be careful because it saw me there, which means there's a 50. So if the ghost sees you during a hunt, there's a 50% chance that next hunt it will go to the location where it saw you immediately. Which means that is a pretty dangerous area to be right now. It's throwing a lot. It's not UV, but it could just be hiding UV. Okay, short hunts because it's a small map, of course. So we're gonna try and go up here now with a crucifix. Got a little bit of free time with this ghost. Now, it could also be in this room, actually. There's a bone in this room. I guess I'll just quickly grab that. I'm gonna put that here for a second and leave one smudge here plus a flashlight. Don't hunt me right now, I'm gonna cry. Whew, okay, alrighty. So we just need stuff right now. Protection stuff. I think I'm taking another crucifix. And then I want to confirm where the ghost room is. We're gonna take this one. Guess a spirit box wouldn't hurt. I did see the Mortuary System movie trailer. Very excited. I mean, we knew it was coming. And then they just drop it out of nowhere. They didn't. That was the first trailer they did, right? I want this. Here we go. Did you turn off the breaker, you absolute piece? Alright, we're gonna put this in the middle here because there's a very large range on this tier 3 crucifix. Now I can hunt from the stairs here, which would be very unfortunate. I just want to see if it's in this room. Okay, 13 degrees, that is normal fog. And it's gonna be cold here, right? 6 degrees, okay, there you go. So we have indeed an attic ghost, which is totally fine. And we're going to check. Yeah! What the fuck? Bro, that sound. It's also crawling right now. I hate it. Hello? So many throws, it's crazy. Could very much be. It turn off the breaker, that's very annoying. Could be a poltergeist. Okay, that ghost hunted right behind me, so I should probably bring some salt here as well. Now, this is not a no evidence challenge. We can't just collect evidence, but obviously the no sanity part is going to make evidence collection a lot more difficult, which and more dangerous, of course. Okay, please. Nice, we got a light. It actually might make it worse to see, to be honest. Okay, do we have Orbeez? I do not see Orbeez. So yeah, that's a perfect showcase of why this room is kind of annoying for oh, we do have ghost orbs within this area. Okay. I'm going to grab another crucifix from down the stairs. Fuck. Yeah, the crawling ghost can be really hard to loop. This is why I didn't want to loop it right there, because I only have one smudge stick if things go wrong. All right, we're gonna... So, orbs is good. We have one evidence. Then we're gonna take... Crucifix is already in there. We're gonna take this one, this one, this one. We have 2 evidence now? Wait, I forgot the... Wait, what? I forgot the evidence? Wait, what was the other evidence? We didn't see UV. I'm confused. I don't think we've seen any other evidence. Did we see freezing maybe? Did you guys see freezing and I didn't see it? Where? Did you use the crucifix? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you pizza? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Okay, let's see for freezing. 1 degree, that could be freezing. No Oni. Okay, I guess I'm gonna move this again then. Dots would be really annoying. Yeah, this is just no sanity, that's all there's. Oh, hello. Okay, hello. Okay. 1 degree. Come on, you know you want to be freezing. Okay, this is probably not going to be freezing then. So we have no freezing, no UV. No spirit box. Okay. You're very annoying. We should grab the... And I put that down here? The writing book. Oh yeah, both of these actually. Oh, yeah, let's take this really quickly. Dots in a big room like this is probably not gonna happen. Is that another crucifix? Oh my god, this is aggressive. Okay, is this like the best spot? I genuinely don't know. Let's grab the smudgy. I'm afraid. Can it still be... No, it can't be a wraith, so we don't need to bring the salt. Gimme, gimme. Salt is not needed. Yeah, dots is tricky when the room is large, even if you have the tier 3. Yikes. Oh! Well, if that was a hunt, I would have been dead. Oh my goodness. Freaky ass ghost. Spooky. Okay. Let's see. How about we place that like over here, maybe? Or maybe here on this pillar, like in the corner. Oh, I can't point it this way. Oh, wait, I can point it this way if I just... Okay, well, this is not working out. Yeah, can it be Obake? It could. Ghosty? Can you come upstairs, please? It used so many damn crucifixes here. That's kind of crazy. But there's no demon in here. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you pizza? Are you grandma? I feel like Banshee is very, very possible. That would just explain that first hunt as well. It's clearly not Raichu. We already tested that. Yo! Alright, test for yokai, I guess. Follow me. Follow me. Okay, buddy. Yo! Okay, not a yokai. Clearly was getting faster, right? So not a Thay. So then we're down to our the classic Banshee or Uri, which is just, it's not great. Now we can kind of do something with this. There's unfortunately no doors upstairs in the attic, so we can't do anything with that. But we can do salt. And since it is in an attic, unless they forgot to apply the special rule to the new Grafton, which I hope they didn't, because as we all know, the devs never make mistakes. Let's hope they didn't. Or the rule with Banshee is that if there is a map with an attic, the ghost has, or the Banshee is allowed to roam out of the attic. Otherwise, it's not allowed to go between floors. Unless we're on Point Hope, in which case it can roam between floors. There's a lot of edge cases to the Banshee, unfortunately. So what we can do is just take some salt and then just sit in a corner. Like on the middle floor. And then hopefully the Banshee will come to us and we can just figure it out that way. We're going to... Oh! Oh! Okay, that's suspicious. Now, luckily we have the tier 3 paramic, so we can actually hear the Banshee scream when we're not even on the same floor with the ghost, which is potentially gonna be sick. I think this should be close enough. I think this would work. Like, I don't know if this is too far from the ghost for it to be able to use its roaming ability. Can just hide here. We have a smudge, right? Yeah, we do. All right. What is all that sound? No, it's not a male name. Jazz, apparently. It's a female name in the game. Well. That's a new Banshee scream, right? That's just... That's such a weird one. Is that a neutral one or is that a Banshee scream? I should have had the sound recorder at the ready. That might be a normal scream. Wait. What is happening? Is it hunting? Oh, it's hunting! Oh, that explains. Never mind. That's a normal... That is just a normal ghost scream. They're really trying to make this game more and more confusing with every update. That's just regular ghost moaning, because of course. That doesn't sound like a Banshee scream at all, right? Okay, well, that's just one paramic sound, though, so that doesn't really do anything. Now, I didn't step on the... I'm gonna go a little closer. Rats. 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 We are the rats. Come on. Give me a sign. This might be a Uri, but there's not... This is just such a bad situation for the Uri and the Banshee combo. Okay, well, that is highly suspicious. Now it's gonna step through all the fucking salt, you asshole. That is creepy. Okay, that is a second audio. Which, usually we say that if we get 4 regular audios without a Banshee scream, we're gonna rule out Banshee. Now it is still in that area, because it hasn't gone through the salt to go back to the ghost room. Interesting. Goodbye, all my salt. I'll see you never. I mean, I can get more salt, to be honest. Nah, my salt. That's fine. Hey, Psycho, what's up? Okay, so, yeah, Banshee or Uri here. Unfortunately, really the only way is going to be either through passive door touch, which, if it's going to come down here, that would be just really good, because then we can get a door touch. We should set up the doors for it, so we're going to set them all up, like, halfway. They are all closed, which is semi-sus. That could be... It might just be because of a ghost event, though, that it just did, to be honest. Alright. That is yet another normal noise. The downside of this situation is that even if you get, like, 10 noises, eventually you're just gonna have to say that it's a Ure. Like, you're gonna have to rule out Banshee, and then it could still be a Banshee. Oh! It's hunting again. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, thank you for the subby. Oh. My salt's all gone now. My salt! Why my salt, you fucker? Yeah. Okay, well, this is not great. I mean, I guess we just grab another one. Because we really do need it. I think it did change Ghost Room to be down below the attic now. Which that room does have a door. So we couldn't, I mean... This is why this is probably the most notorious, annoying ghost combination. Because both of these ghosts can just decide to never ever show their ghost ability, and there is fuck all you can do about it. Like, the Ure could decide to just never touch a door, which means you're never going to be able to rule it out or confirm the Ure. And the Banshee might just never do a scream. And both of those, you just have basically no influence. Okay, we have the salt. We have extra salt. We need it. We're gonna go back over here. Hunting again. That was on the same floor, no? So you can't get a Banshee scream during the hunt as well. You unfortunately cannot get a Ure door touch during the hunt. That doesn't work. It's seemingly on the same floor, but it's not doing like an up or down arrow. But I don't hear the footsteps. What, is it stuck? Why is it going like back and forth? Have you seen this? What the hell is that? That was strange. Okay, did not step in any of the salt. Alright, buddy. I really need just one more whisper, and I'm gonna say Ure here. Can you give me a sign? But you can? Okay, well. We might be in trouble. I mean, this gotta be a Ure, right? If it's on this floor and it's never roamed to me so far, then... I don't see how this could be a Banshee. So I think, I mean, we saw dots, we got orbs. So we have both of these, which means it can't be a Mimic. It clearly can't be a Raichu, because it's not speeding up with the electronics. We did do, I mean, we only did one yokai test, which, to be fair, sometimes you get super screwed by yokai, but you all saw how we did this, like, loop down here, right? And it was just following me the whole way, even, like, through the object. So it really shouldn't be a yokai unless it's a very smart one. And then Thay, clearly it can't speed up, which this ghost is speeding up, so we're down to the two shitty ghosts, which, for this one, we'd love to see either roaming to our position or a Banshee scream. We've seen neither. For this one, we'd love to see a door touch, and then if it fully closes or fully opens the door in like a really specific way, we could confirm that it's a Ure. Unfortunately, we haven't seen a door touch, but since we haven't seen any roaming at all, we're gonna say Ure. Now, I'm suddenly just getting kind of concerned that it might be a yokai. That was just smart, but I surely hope we can just get out of here. Eventually, we're gonna have to call it. That is a very, very shitty combination. Okay, we did just figure it out, but that was actually harder than the no evidence run, basically, because of the very shitty evidence combination and Ure. I'm glad it worked out this way, and we got the Ure for the no sanity rather than the Ure for the no evidence, because that would have been way, way harder. So yeah, it did not change favorite room, so it was still in the attic. And it did use its sanity draining ability, but we didn't really notice that since we didn't have any. But anyway, now that that is done, let's go. We have completed Grafton. So both Grafton and Bleasdale is completed. It is now time to go to one of the bigger maps. I am talking about Point hope. We're gonna get it out of the way early. Now, for this map, the main issue I have with point hope is that taking many items into this map is extremely annoying because you have to go up and down endlessly, which just wastes a ton of time. So I thought we needed to do a challenge with few items on this map. And for this one, I thought we'd do a ghost randomizer challenge. What does this mean? We're gonna spin the regular wheel for the believers right here, and whatever ghost it lands on, that ghost's evidence is the only evidence items we can use. Any other evidence items are off the table, so it's kind of like a hybrid no evidence type challenge. So we're going to spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. We are going to get Obake. Okay. All right, so now we're going to take a look at Obake's evidence, which is fingerprints for sure. We have EMF, UV, ghost orb. So we can only use, in terms of evidence items, the EMF, the UV light, and the video cam. These are the only 3 items, like the thermo, everything else, writing book, dots, they're all not allowed. So let's hop on. And that way we only have a few items, so we don't have to go up and down so much. I thought it'd be kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. Now we do need to remove the rest then. Let's quickly set up. What the hell? I have too many fucking loadouts, man. Let's take this one. Obake. Which means we're gonna have, I mean, I guess we're just gonna have all evidence items regardless, right? EMF, UV, video cam, crucifix. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the rest of the items are like illegal. I guess we'd say that yes, they are illegal. So we just take out everything except those items. It's gonna be kind of a hybrid no evidence challenge, basically. So also no smudge sticks then. That's kind of tough. Everything goes. That way we don't have to do it. We don't have to bring anything. Alright. That's a very cheap loadout. That's a very cheap loadout. Oh my goodness. We'll see how this goes. Let's hop in. Oh boy. All right. I might regret this, but I just think for the first one we'll try right here whether or not it would work with just these 3 items. Everything else. Oh, my game. Please help. CJ, what did you do? This is all illegal. You're illegal. You're illegal. You're illegal. And you are illegal. These are the only 3 items, plus the flashlight, of course, that we are allowed to use. We might, if we get absolutely destroyed here, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that we can't use the rest, but I just thought we'd start off extra difficult here and see how it goes. And then if it ends up being a disaster, we can add, like, the smudge sticks and crucifix into it. But let's just give it a shot, shall we? Hello, Ghosty. How you doing? Did I forget to change the... Well, add no sanity to the mix as well, I guess. Well, let's hope it's a Dio. Okay, well, that was a short challenge. Thank you, Point Hope. Woo! Let's fucking go! I did not mean to have no sanity for this challenge, but that is very helpful. There's no fucking way, dude. Let's go. Nice. I forgot to change the custom. I was too busy setting up the... items for this challenge that I forgot to change the custom, but that works out. That's also a believer win, right? All right. Well, GG, that was a very short round. Hey, we did it with the items. We didn't need any of the items, but we still did it with the items. So let's get out of here. That's a very quick Point Hope. That is about as much as I want to see of Point Hope on a like monthly basis anyway. So that's my Point Hope quota for the month. Let's get the fuck out of here. Unless they send me here on a weekly challenge, of course, but good night. Alrighty, bye-bye, Point Hope. Say bye-bye. I love it. I love it. That worked out beautifully. All right, so Dio is the ghost that will find you no matter what. But imagine it's a mimic and we're gonna be going back. That would be so sad. It's the ghost that speeds up really, really fast when it's far. It knows exactly where you are, and when it gets close, it gets super slow. So it's the ghost that you have to loop. You cannot hide from this ghost. So that worked out very, very well. Look at that. 1 minute, 40 seconds, point hope run. Thank you very much. All right, well, moving on to the next challenge. It did work out in the end. Who knows? Or who could have guessed? Point hope out of the way. Now we're going to Willow, and we're bringing back a classic, which I guess we can now keep the difficulty because we're gonna do no sanity again. This is a classic Willow challenge. We're gonna be doing no opening doors on Willow Street House with no sanity. So we're gonna have all the items available to us, but we are not allowed to open any doors except the front door in order to get in, and then once we want to get out because we know what the ghost is, we're allowed to open the front door again. Besides that, we are not allowed to touch any doors, and we only need to have the ghost open the doors for us. So this means that we do have to make sure to change the setting right here before I forget. This is very important. Then we are gonna set the doors to all start closed. Door starting open needs to be none, which actually makes this challenge much harder, obviously, because if there were already doors open, we could just walk through them. Now, we're gonna have everything this time, so I'm gonna add all. We're not gonna use all the items. I'm just gonna, like, throw in 1 or 2 items, or, like, a few items that I need, and then we're just gonna close the door and see how it goes. But before we do that, we should spin the wheel. Wait, we should reset the wheel, because we won. Let me quickly see the payout before we do anything. I'm trying to get the thing. GG winning. The believers win, but actually a pretty decent payout, 28%. Now, obviously, we had quite a few ghosts there, but still almost 1 million for 3 times right there. And we're gonna add all the ghosts back on the wheel. Give me a second. There we go. All right, brand new wheel with every single ghost. We're gonna start off with mare. All right, will it be a mare or a mimic? Of course, yes or no. So no sanity, doors all start closed. Let's get going. You're still at 0 sanity? Yeah, that's the idea. Otherwise, we'd have to wait until we get... If we do this with 100% sanity, it would be the most boring challenge of all time. Because we just have to sit in the living room to wait for, like, 5 minutes, or, like, not even 5, like, 10 minutes straight before the ghost would be able to hunt and open the door for us. We couldn't do anything. That would be very bad. Okay, we're gonna throw in an evidence item of each, and then, like, 2 smudge sticks, and just... we'll see how it goes. While you guys are betting. God, so you could think you that 3 months in advance. Thank you. Through the door. Yeah, luckily, hopefully they'll never fix that you can throw items through the door. Please never change. That's very useful. All right, 1 crucifix, 1 salt, like just 1 thing of each. I'm not really gonna bother too much. We might regret not bringing in all these items, but nah, it'll be fine. Can the ghost write in the book in the middle of a hunt? I don't think so. I think really the only evidence you can get in the middle of a hunt is like orbs. And spirit box, because even EMF 5 gets like turned off in a really weird way. Guess we'll take this. We'll put that on. We're not taking any sanity pills. I mean, I guess we should take a paramic just in case we get a banshee. Do I have UV? Oh yeah. Of course you can get UV. No, I just forgot. No, of course you can get UV. Well, I guess we take another one of this, and then I'm pretty sure that's fine. Let's take another crucifix, might as well. Flashlight? Did I forget that? Oops. There we go. That's all we really need. Alrighty. I mean, actually, given the fact that this is a challenge where we're basically forced to loop the ghost, we might want to have all the smudge sticks. That's definitely... makes a lot of sense. Because we're gonna basically trade smudge sticks for open doors. Alright. Here we go. We can only open this door, go in, and then it's gonna be very dark and very spooky. And we'll see how it goes. Here we go. There's a bunch of items on the floor. Close the door. We're never touching it again. We're gonna place a crucifix in here, just in case it's right here. And then we need to get a smudge. Okay, so we have smudges now. Let's set up some equipment here. We have a writing book, of course. It's probably not gonna be here. If it is in this room, it's gonna be a very easy challenge. Wait, let's check. It's 8 point. We have fucking tarot cards. That's actually hilarious. Because we could use that. Imagine we use them. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Okay, we want this door to be open. Hey, bitch! Ah, it's a poltergeist, baby! Open the fucking door, bitch! Open the door! Open the door! Yes, thank you! Goodbye! Okay, don't close it again. All right, now we can, so this is, in case you needed explanation what the challenge is, that's it. So that door is open now. We did not open the door, the ghost did. Now we're allowed to go through this door. Now, hopefully it's not gonna close it again with a ghost event or something. It did seem like it was doing all kinds of stuff right there. Let's set up like a light here, because we still don't have a breaker. Hopefully it's gonna be there, but we need the ghost to open this. We're gonna set up some smudgies here. So now we have a looping spot, like a proper looping spot, which will be very useful. Put a chair in front of it. We're going to move this as well, and then we should probably set up for poltergeist, or like, I mean, we could also look for all kinds of other tests. Let's just grab all these items here. If only this ghost would just turn on the breaker. Not hunting immediately because I smudged it, I guess. I didn't really keep a good timer, though. Alright, this should be more than enough. Okay, so let's see. That's for poltergeist, and then it came from the basement, which we can actually listen to. Alrighty then. It's having a good old time down there. Oh. Okay. Buddy. Open the door. Fuck. Is that an Oni? That's a heavy blinking, bro. Oh, easy. We don't even have to do anything. Okay, so it did also clean out the table entirely, so I guess it's just like a very excited Oni. Alright, well this is going very fast. Hey, turns out, the wheel was very much not with us today, but we're luckily paying enough attention. We are not washed, guys. We do still know how to play this game. So Oni will be a lot more visible when it's hunting like that. It'll be blinking really, really fast. So every time it blinks out and becomes invisible, it will be blinking back to the visible state really quickly, which is why it does so many like flickering back and forth really quickly. So now that we have figured out what ghost this is, presumably, did it open the door, by the way? Because then we could check for orbs, but I don't think we can because the door's still fucking closed. Yeah, I don't know what it is with these ghosts. They're not touching doors, so I'm kind of glad that this worked out pretty fast here because we would have been locked in here. All right, we're gonna open the door. Goodbye. Walk out. Close the door again. We've only touched the door twice. We have followed the rules of the challenge. Now, the thing with these challenges is that obviously you can never decide what ghost you get for what challenge. So you'll never know beforehand what challenge is going to be the hardest. Because, like, let's say we had a really shy, weird shade for this one, it would have been very tough. Luckily, we got a pretty active, scary Oni here, which made it a lot more easy. So there you go, we got Oni. Easy peasy, and yet another challenge completed. Let me look at the list real quick. The next thing, so we just did Willow completed. Now we're going to the brand new map. We're going to Nell's Diner. Now, I also see that this is going to be the map that is going to put us exactly at halfway through the challenge. However, probably not halfway through the runtime, unless we're going to get real lucky with some of the harder challenges that are going to come later. So Nell's Diner, what are we going to do on Nell's Diner? We are going to load up Insanity mode with no grace period. So no grace period, I think, is this setting right here in the custom difficulty is something you should, in my opinion, never ever set below 1. The difference between 1 and 0 is huge because it will mean that if you are anywhere near the ghost when it starts hunting, you will instantly get killed. Now, the addition of Insanity mode, which this is Insanity mode with its only change, is that it will also set you at 75% sanity. So we're gonna have to try and find this ghost as fast as possible, set up our security equipment so that we're not gonna get murdered by an insta-hunt, insta-kill right next to the ghost. Also, beautiful reward multiplier right there. Let's hop in. And we do need to spin, but let's get in first. We're also going to spin the wheel. Now, this is classic Insanity, no changes whatsoever, so we do not have the screens, and we're only going to get one singular evidence on this one. So yeah, our main priority right now is going to be to find the ghost as fast as possible, and then put a crucifix in the ghost room, because this crucifix is going to try and keep us safe. So this could, depending on the ghost, it could also just be an insta-hunt. Now, I'm gonna assume it's not gonna insta-hunt, so we're gonna go in with no safety equipment. I might regret that, but let's just try and find this ghost first of all. Look at the beautiful new map. It's been rainy a lot today. I've been getting a lot of rainy weather situations here. I gotta wait for a second for the bet to roll in. Yeah, you better give me a blood moon with all this rain. Come on, man. Tiny bit of water. Oh, good believer bet. Lots of believers today. All right, I think we're good. So it's not no sanity, but it could still very quickly hunt us because it is Insanity mode. Open the door. Let's get going. Hello? The breaker's not there. Oh my god, it's so loud. The footsteps. I heard a sound, by the way. I heard a sound, I think, in like this room, maybe? 10 degrees here. Hello? Please see. No Orbeez. Can you give me a sign? My goodness, am I wearing high heels or something? These clanking footsteps are crazy. Ghost? Okay. We just need to use the thermal. I don't think it's gonna be orbs. It's all the way at the back right here. Okay, that's actually totally fine. What we really hoped here is that it was gonna be in a confined space. Such as this room right here. Okay, so now we need to get out of here immediately. We can also turn on the lights here. It did touch the door, and the door was open, right? So maybe we can rule out Jure based on that? We're wearing non-slip shoes for the restaurant. Yeah, I mean, the sound used to be extremely quiet, so they changed it, which I am happy about that, but it sounds very loud now. Okay, so we're gonna take this guy because we need to stay safe here. We're not gonna take a smudge just yet, just to keep it a little spicy here. We'll see how it goes, and then we're gonna take Spirit Box. We don't get EMF off the chart this time. We're gonna have to find that the good old-fashioned way, but it's been touching a lot of doors, so let's take the UV first. Now, this should be relatively okay as long as we don't have, like, dots or writing. Insanity, as I've said before, I think is kind of just like no evidence light. Because it's basically no evidence, given the fact that you only get one evidence without the, like, massive payout of no evidence. So it's kind of, like, unnecessary, but it's, like, the hardest official difficulty, since custom is, like, your own thing. Okay, it's throwing stuff. So we have a crucifix here, which is good. Now let's check really quickly if there's any fingies on any of these doors. So it... Boo! I didn't even see that. So it touched this door, right? And it was not fully closed or fully open, so that means it can't be a Ure. We're gonna keep an eye on that. Let's set all these doors like that. Alright, turn off the light. Where are you? Are you here? Okay, well, that's all we're gonna get then, huh? Okay, that's actually very, very useful. Spirit box as our only evidence. Now, what is John Moore right here? So it can't be a Dian, because it's not a female ghost. We can also get orbs if it is a mimic, but it seems like there are no orbs. So I think we can rule out mimic. I'm gonna... Wait, I'm blind. There it is. Okay, so it could be Dio or Moroi because they have 4 spirit box, but it could obviously also be any of the other ones. So this is basically the reason I call this no evidence light is because once you find your evidence, which hopefully you find it, you just get like half the ghosts ruled out, and then you have to do a no evidence challenge from there. So now we have already ruled out quite a lot of ghosts because we got the spirit box, and now we have to look at this list and be like, all right, what are the most efficient ways to rule out the rest of these ghosts? So what I'm seeing here is that we have a wraith, which means we should bring some salt. We have an Onryo, so we should bring a candle. And then we have twins, so we kind of want to have like a smudge stick because that could be dangerous. And we're not gonna need any other evidence items. Moroi, kind of dangerous. Gala would be fine. We could also, I think we're going a little risky. I think I'm taking I was gonna say I'm taking a photo cam for the Phantom, but we also already have a video cam, right? Which is kind of already enough. Yo, Amber Fox, thank you for the 5 gifties. Thank you, thank you. So I think we're actually gonna scrap that idea. We're gonna use the video cam for the Phantom, and then we are going to take salt for the Wraith, candle for the Onryo, and then a smudge stick just in case it's gonna be like a twin that hunts from outside of the ghost room. Although the way that twins work is it can hunt far away from where the ghost is, but it should still check for the crucifix at the ghost's actual location. So if you place a crucifix in the ghost room and the ghost doesn't like physically roam away, it should... Wait, did it just use the crucifix? Oh my god! Wait, what? I mean, I guess it could be normal, but that's kind of crazy. That might be an early hunting ghost, but we can't really double check that because we don't have any... We don't have the sanity chart, which is why I think the sanity chart is just such a useless thing to turn off. You should always, always keep that on, because I think it only gives you like 0. Oh, here we go. I mean, we shouldn't get any fingies anymore, so this is kind of pointless. I think it only gives you like 0.05 or some bullshit, or maybe like 0.10 or something. But the downside of it is massive. It's extremely annoying. Because, like, for example, if you have an early hunting ghost, you can usually just go to the truck, immediately know, and rule out like so many ghosts. Like, if that was an early hunt, we'd basically... Well, actually... Seems like it would have to be on Rio, because any other, or Yokai, I guess, because any other ghost is not really an early hunter on this list. Can you give me a sign? Can you show yourself? No mare, because it turned on the lights. Oh shit! Ah, you sneaky bastard! It did break the lights just now. It turned off the breaker as well. Oh, it did not turn off the breaker. Just turn off the lights with a ghost event. It's not an Oni. But that's not an option anyway. Okay, we're gonna stay close to this candle right here. So it hasn't walked out of the room, very important, because it didn't do a physical ghost event outside of the room, and it hasn't stepped in the salt. So we know it's still in here. We can also check with the spirit box. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly?
An attack.
Attack? It's kind of fucked up. Can you show yourself? Wait, what did I just see? There was like a object thrown. Okay. There's not orbs. There's an object thrown. Can you give me a sign? Now, what are we thinking here? So, candle's still here. It's not reusing the crucifix. It has stepped in the salt, so this one's off the table. We could just get a hunt to rule out quite a few of these. It could be Galu, actually. It's not stepping in the salt whatsoever, which I guess could just be because it's not going outside of the room. But it stepped in this salt, which means that now it couldn't step in another salt. But the thing is that it did use this crucifix and then stepped in the salt pretty quickly afterwards, right? Okay, definitely not Ure, but that's not even an option anyway. Woo. Yo, almost hit the trash can. Look at that. Can you give us a sign? I see. Onryo seems a little unlikely. Could you show yourself? Could you do something? Singing ghost event, please? Can you give me a sign? No, the crucifix still has one use in it. Okay, so this is going to be the third blowout for the Onryo. Can you give me a sign, please? A ghost event? Okay, well, that's not useful whatsoever. Oh, boy. Bro, I fucking hate you. Come on, man. Stupid ghost events take so long to record. Unfortunate. So yeah, I mean, we don't know if it's a phantom or not. It did seem like a big throw, so we could also throw a few items in the middle here. Test for poltergeist. Can you give me a sign? Oh. Not an Onryo. It is an Onryo. Wait. Okay, brother. Wait, why the fuck didn't it hunt on the third blowout, though? That's very confusing. Okay, so what? It's actually... Wait, it broke my candle. Wait, did you see that? I was trying to light it, but I couldn't light it because it blew it out at the exact time that I lit it. So it was on and off at the exact same time. I've never seen that before. Okay, so Onryo, I don't know why it didn't hunt after the third candle blowout. That was a little strange. I guess it just goes to show that that doesn't always work. But Onryos are the only ghosts that can blow out the same candle within 20 seconds. Like this. Any other ghost, you would have to have the candle on. Like, after you relight it, it would take 20 seconds before it even has the opportunity to blow it out again. This ghost is just machine gun blowing out this candle, which is a absolute perfect showcase of the Onryo. Bit strange it didn't hunt after the third one, but I guess it showed its true colors anyway. Alright, well, goodbye. That worked out. Thank you, Insanity mode. We get big payout. Now, we don't really care for the big payout because we're already like level 155 right now. This might be the highest level I've ever been past the prestige because we did so much like Halloween grinding, Christmas grinding. This is why, and we also haven't done a mega challenge in so long because of all these updates. So I really wanted to make sure to finally do one again so that we can get back to level 1, level up again, and then hopefully the next update will come with... I don't know. It seems to be frozen right now. You can't even see what I'm seeing. There we go. Onryo indeed. Thank you very much. It did lots and lots of blowouts. Abilities ×3, which I'm assuming is trying to hunt after blowing out a candle. I'm assuming that's what it's counting right there. All right, well, that worked out. Nell's Diner completed. Thank you very much. We are now going on to another big map, which I thought for this one, we're doing a bit of a different one. So we're going to high school. And I was thinking of, since we are getting so many maps now, I gotta like think of different challenges because every map needs to have a different challenge. I thought one of my favorite weeklies in terms of like the idea of the weekly is the challenge where you get all of the cursed possessions, but the ghost is super passive and you have to find the ghost using the cursed possessions. So I thought we're going to high school and I'm gonna show you how on big maps, specifically like high school, you can use the cursed possessions to really quickly and efficiently find the ghost room and also get evidence from the ghost. So we're gonna just like set up a regular nightmare mode. I think I'm going to turn on the screens as usual because I just don't want to deal with not having the screens. And then we're gonna, this is gonna set it to 0, unfortunately, but we don't really care. We're gonna add every single one of the cursed possessions, basically to mimic the like do as I command weekly challenge, because I always think that's a cool idea. So we're gonna hop on to high school and see. Oh wait, I forgot to set the activity to low. Wait, let me, because we need to, that is the idea, that the ghost basically doesn't do anything unless you make it do something. So we're gonna go in here and the ghost activity is gonna be extremely low. The event frequency is going to be extremely low, and then the roaming is going to be set to absolute maximum. So it's basically going to be the most slippery, annoying ghost that you've ever seen, and we're only going to be able to use the cursed possessions to hopefully keep this ghost in check and get some kind of evidence out of it. I thought that'd be kind of a cool idea to do something different. So we're going to go to high school, and we're, of course, going to spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. This is kind of torture, yeah. All right, will it be a poltergeist? Let's do it. I'm gonna, while you guys are voting, wait, I can quickly get the music. It's gonna be loud for a second. Ah! There you go. I'm quickly gonna go to the bathroom because I need to pee. Is that working? 1 second. And I need water. Oh, baby. We're so jamming. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. So we can use all the stuff. I think I am going to start with a smudge stick because We're probably gonna start with some kind of hunt, but I think I'm gonna do it pretty safe here. So, if you are going to something like high school, I actually kind of recommend... The cursed possessions were the biggest change in all of Phasmo's history, specifically for large maps, because I honestly recommend that if you go to a large map, and unless you want to just do like a really slow investigation where you want to like walk around with like a paramic or something and just slowly, which speaking of, we can kind of just start with a paramic, because that is actually also going to help us in terms of cursed possession use. Unless you want to do a really slow investigation where you just slowly walk around, it is kind of recommended, at least by me, to just always use whatever cursed possession you get. Now, I can quickly go over how you would use each cursed possession. Some are much better than others. I think the best cursed possession you could get to safely and efficiently find the ghost room is something like the monkey paw. I think specifically wishing that the ghost is trapped is probably the most powerful wish on a large map. What this does is that it locks the room that you are in. So if we wish it here, it's gonna lock the front door. And it's also gonna lock the ghost room door. So whatever the door or room the ghost is in. Now, it will then start a hunt 60 seconds after you do that. But this won't be like, you won't lose any sanity. This won't be a cursed hunt, so it won't last any longer. And this means that you can, first of all, get a hunt in a very safe way without losing any sanity, which is really powerful because hunts can give you a lot of information, which can also tell you where the ghost is coming from. And then secondly, the door will stay locked on the ghost room forever until you open the door. So after the hunt's over, you can just walk around and hover over every single door to quickly see which one it has the lock symbol on it, and boom, you found the ghost room. Now, another one that's obviously very powerful is something like the mirror, where you can pull up the mirror and see which room. However, on big maps, this can actually be pretty useless. Let's do this one, because I think this might be a show. We can decide here whether or not this is useful. This really depends on what room, because most rooms look very similar on a big map like this. So let's take a quick look. Okay, that is very... That is specifically one of the rooms that is extremely recognizable, so that makes our life very, very easy. That is the room that has the breaker in it, as we saw. Now, there's only one room that can have the breaker in it, which is upstairs to the left. Now, what makes the mirror kind of more of a niche item on a big map, I'd say, is that you need to have a lot of map knowledge for... Well, this is a pretty easy one, but if you see, like, a regular room where it's, like, a blackboard with some text on it, like, that doesn't really tell you very much, but sometimes you get more information like this one, but you do need to know where these things are. Now, I think in terms of most, like, after this, it falls off pretty hard. So, for example, the music box, I think, is pretty damn butt. Basically, what you do is you just play the music box, and then you just run around and just get your sanity as low as possible and just start getting hunted from there. It's basically like setting your sanity to 0 and then just getting hunted, because you're most likely not going to find where the sound is coming from. Now, if you have a paramic, you might be able to hear it from far away, but it's not going to be very easy. The voodoo doll is kind of similar, where you're going to pull a pin, hear absolutely nothing because the map is massive, and then you're just going to keep pulling pins until the ghost starts hunting, and then you're just going to use the hunt to find the ghost room most of the time. And tarot cards is like absolute dookie, especially because you can't even force what you get out of it. Yo, Roaming Pookie, thank you for the 5 gifties, by the way, thank you. So that one is like by far the worst. And then of course you have the board, which the board is kind of depends on what you do. Let's go to the ghost room, by the way, with our, I guess we shouldn't really take this. Let's take some actual evidence items now. The board depends on whether or not you want to look up what the answer is it gives you. Because it will give you an answer like, Classroom 17, and then, where the fuck is Classroom 17? I've played this game for 3,000 hours. I don't know where the fuck these rooms are. They have no numbers on them. It's just, it's a nonsense number. For some reason, they've never added numbers to the doors of the classrooms on this map. So there's just no information you get from that. However, you can look this information up on the internet. You can just look up like high school map, and it will just have like little names on each and every one of the rooms, so you can just look at the map and then be like, oh, that's where it is. So yeah, I just think that I hope that they eventually rework this map and add actual class numbers instead of this janky stuff that we have now. Alright, let's just go check out this ghost room. We're gonna also turn on all the lights, because we already know where the breaker is, so we're gonna be able to turn that on when we get to the ghost room, that's for sure. Yo, Anti-Citizen, thank you for the dono on YouTube, by the way. Thank you. Now, this is usually by far the worst place for the breaker, but when the ghost is there, it'll be pretty convenient. Yeah, so high school, I mean, I think it can definitely use a bit of a rework. It's similar to like Asylum, where I kind of have like sentimental value to how fucked up it is. It really, like, high school is the map I think about. Like, it feels the oldest out of all the maps in the game. It really gives me like old janky Phasmo vibes, which I kind of love the old janky times of this game. So that's why it kind of has a little soft spot for me, but I could see this map be changed and absolutely not be upset about it whatsoever. Can you give me a sign? Hello. So we're doing nightmare mode. Now we did, oh, I see ghost orbs. We did set activity to absolute shit, ghost events to absolute dookie. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the voodoo doll over here, together with, for example, the writing book especially is a really useful one. You can make the ghost use the writing book by using the voodoo doll, which is a really effective way to get writing out of the ghost. Man, it's so dark. Holy. Did they change the lighting? They changed the lighting on every map, huh? Like, look, the stairs there. Imagine working at this fucking school. And you have to walk up the stairs in just complete pitch darkness. So many accidents while falling down the stairs. Everybody getting sued left and right for massive negligence. Thank you, CJ. Yeah, I'm not really gonna need that stuff right now. Anywho, yeah, I mean, this is not a very bright weather. I mean, there's a massive full moon, but the moon basically provides no light whatsoever. You can see that our settings are working and we're getting basically no activity whatsoever, which is why we're gonna make it do activity. So we are going to take a writing book. Now, Spirit Box, it can't really hide, luckily. And then we will take the voodoo doll as well. And we can also take this. This is a pretty far away room. Yeah, Point Hope is definitely pretty fricked up. I mean, the nice part of Point Hope is that you don't really have to play on it, which I guess is a fucked up thing to say. I don't know. It's a fun map to look at, but not to actually play on. We're gonna take this guy. I think we're just gonna keep it simple. Let's take the EMF, and that will, because we are gonna force activity, so we can get EMF 5 hopefully. I mean, it's a good looking map. Like, that's why I think it's good to look at, because it's a very cool map. It's just, I mean, it's just game design wise, it's just kind of silly that you have to go up and down so much to get the items. That's the only main downside of it, really. Like, I don't think besides that there's really anything wrong with the map. It's just that it takes so long if you have a ghost that's up at the very tippy top of the map. EMF 3. Alright, so we placed the writing book in the middle of the room. Now we're gonna turn on the light just so we can see some more. Now this could be very bad if we get a hard pin immediately, but that's totally not gonna happen, right? Okay, it threw the video cam. Now I'm getting a little scared. I will use one more, and then I might have to run. Okay, it lifted that one and threw it back down. Let's see EMF on that. Okay, EMF 3 again. We'll do one more. It's getting a little risky, though. Okay, I'm getting a whole heck of a lot of EMF 3 with basically nothing, no big throws or anything. Which means it might not be a poltergeist, because poltergeist would do some big throws right there. Crying Onion, thank you for the 36, by the way. Okay, so we still don't know anything, which is fine. We're gonna take the rest of the stuff. We have a head cam, by the way, which look at that. Head cam with eye adaptation, actually kind of sick for these type of maps specifically. But yeah, we did get orbs here, right? I mean, orbs are, they don't require activity, luckily. There's a lot of evidence you can get without really, like, I mean, Spirit Box and orbs are so fast. Freezing is really fast. All of these things don't require the ghost to do anything. You can just get it no matter what. Let's take a smudge stick now, because it's getting a little spooky. That's the downside of the voodoo doll. But luckily we have a tier... Well, we don't have a tier 3 crucifix in there, and I don't think we really want to, but we could. That has made the voodoo doll pretty useful. If you have like a kind of a stubborn ghost, but I mean, most of the time... You're not gonna have a ghost that is this shy because the settings that I personally use always have high activity because it's just more fun that way, especially on a large map. Let's see. So we got 1 out of 2 evidence, and we have massive freezing, so that's really all we're gonna get. Although it could be a mimic, actually. Wait a minute. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? What the? I'm blocked by this stuff? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you pizza? Are you grandma? Oh boy. I was hoping for a mimic. Can you touch this door? What we could do, which would be massive undertaking, and I'm not gonna do it, but if you really, really want to try and get a door touch in this situation, is you could try and take out all of the items from this room, which means that the ghost has nothing to touch except the door, basically, and then start using the voodoo doll. Now that would be a huge amount of work, so we're not gonna do that. Let's step over here and see if it touches the door here. Nope. Oh! Light switch. Wait, was that here? What the fuck? Wait. Check for UV. Oh! Let's go, dude. Holy shit. Believers. GG's. I fucking knew it. I don't know if that was Wraith or something. Or maybe, twins? That's crazy lucky. Touching the light switch over here. Alright, well that helps. And actually huge value from the voodoo doll. Look at that. Voodoo doll power. I think the voodoo doll is actually like a pretty decent item now. It used to be... There were times when it was really, really bad and it almost never really did anything. But now it's actually pretty decent. It can just force a hunt as well, which is nice. Like, nothing like the tarot card and the summoning circle where you kind of... The summoning circle is like by far the worst. I didn't even mention the summoning circle when I was explaining all of the items. I mean, the summoning circle is just... If you want to start with I think the summoning circle is the one situation where if you see that you have it, you have 2 choices. You either go full massively crazy and you just immediately light it and just know that your game is going to be like basically a no sanity game from then on, or you can take sanity pills, I guess, if you really want to. Or you just ignore it and do like the annoying way where you just have to find the ghost with like a paramike or something. All right, we're quickly going to see a few cards here. I'm not gonna like stand inside the map. Oh my god. Apparently I am gonna stay inside the map. Fucker. You piece of crap. Come on, man. Now, if you pull cards during a hunt, you get nothing, unfortunately. They all just turn into full cards, no matter what you do, so that's... Is he coming? Do I have a smudge? Yes. The light is blinking, but I see no ghosts. Hello? Oh, more blinking. Come on, sir. Hunts are gonna be so long. Because of the big map. Oh, there you go! Oh god! He's coming! Please don't kill me. I just don't want to get stuck with a death card, because the hunt is gonna actually be like, you don't even want to know. Hello? Why is it not... Wait, it doesn't allow me to pull a card here? Only there? Interesting. What? It only allows me to pull a card when I'm past the little corridor area here. I mean, I guess it makes sense. If they want to prevent this cheese. Oh, no, you bugger. I would have gotten revived. All right, goodbye. Just wanted to check. Just wanted to check if there was like a high priestess or a hanged man in there. Okay, that worked out beautifully, especially for the believers, because that was a pretty early win right there. And we survived high school with extremely low activity and high roaming. Now, I don't know if it actually roamed. It might have, because it was, it did touch that light switch, but you never know with the mimic. It might have just done something weird. But it worked out. We're not gonna get any money from this mission though, because it was just purely designed to be painful. That's why I like the weekly, because it's a way to get paid for a challenge that usually doesn't give you any money whatsoever. So big fat 0 right there. We did not get any favorite room changes, but it did change ghost 12 times. So 12 different ghosts right there. All right, another big payout, huh? Even bigger payout, much bigger this time. Although there was the highest, everybody was at 50K. That's why the payout was so large. Look at that, at 10x basically. Nice. Alrighty. So with that out of the way, we did a very large map right there. We are now bringing back a classic, of course. We are going to Ridgeview, and we're gonna do Thief Simulator, which is an absolute classic challenge we used to do quite often back in the day. Here we go. Let me reset the wheel real quick. Brand new.
There have been new reports of a cursed object nearby. This must be the reason that the ghost was summoned here.
Alright, heist. Here we go.
You may be able to use it to your advantage.
Stupid hair. Alright, brand new wheel because we just won again. 2 believer wins already. That's a good sign. Alright, will it be a Ure? Oh boy, that would be annoying. So this is gonna be, another randomizer challenge, because how does this work, you might ask? What is Thief Simulator? I've never heard of it. I know of the game, but this is Phasmo. What do you mean Thief Simulator? Well, the way that this is gonna work is that we have no items. All of this is not for us to touch right now, and we have to go inside of this map to steal stuff. Now, specifically, electronic valuable items. So laptops and phones are going to be our main priority, because as you'll notice very quickly, there's a lot of laptops and phones on this map. Anything that's electric, like the car key counts, the TV remote. I don't know if there's toothbrushes on this, but for toothbrushes it's like, I think 3 toothbrushes or maybe 2 toothbrushes I think should count as an item, because otherwise you're going to get way too many items. So yeah, let's just go in there. Now, actually, I need to quickly set the right... I don't know if I set it to no sanity. I didn't do that, right? Because we still have all the cursed possessions right now. Whoopsie. Because I think for this one specifically, in order to make it feel as thievery as possible, we should set the difficulty to be a no sanity challenge, because that makes us feel like we're definitely not supposed to be there. Because the ghost is going to instantly hunt us down. Let's also set this. The screens can be off. That's fine. Ridgeview. Here we go. All right. Yeah, we're not gonna have anything. Here we go. So it's just nightmare mode with no sanity. And it's snowing apparently. Look at that. So we need to run in there and find a hiding spot. Now, there might not be that many hiding spots, and it's gonna be dark, it's gonna be scary. This is actually kind of a fucked up challenge, to be honest. This can sometimes be like the hardest challenge out of all of them. I'm gonna run for a hiding spot. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, actually, we can hide here. Or we could also just find items, to be fair, but I'm a little scared. Let's get the remote. TV remote. Car key is right here. That's one. Okay. Do not let it find us. Okay, it's going upstairs. I can quickly get some items. Because there's more items here. There's a laptop. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, this is fine. Someone call the cops. No! Get me out of here. Okay, go, go, go. So we can actually do like a huge amount of items immediately. Now, eventually there's not gonna be any more items for us to steal. So at first we're gonna get a lot of items and then it's gonna slow down drastically. So we have the car key, a laptop, a phone, and the TV remote. For a grand total of 4 different items. So yeah, we start off strong. Now I need to quickly get the wheel 1 second. Because what did we spawn in quite a lot of items, so I need to put back on those items. I forgot to have a double wheel here. What did we get last time? We got sound sensor, right? We got paramic. We got UV. We did not get tripod that time. What did we get on the randomizer, the photo randomizer? Head cam? Oh, and we also need to put on sound recorder, photo cam, because that's not on there, and then video cam as well. Flashlight. Anything else we got? So we got sound sensor, paramic, UV. Is that all we got last time? No candles. Motion sensor? Oh yeah, we did get motion sensor, you're right. Motion sensor. Salt? Did we get salt that time? No, we already... It just depends on what we got during the photo randomizer, because the wheel is still the same besides that. I just removed the items that we already got. So I have 20 things on there. Does that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Smudge sticks? Yes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? How do I have 20 items on here then? There's 19 items? Did I write 1 double? Or did I miscount? Or the head cam? Did I not count the head cam? I mean, whatever. Worst case, there's a double item. Is there a double item? Is there a double item on this? Did I forget sanity pills? I didn't count sanity pills, I'm pretty sure. I didn't count sanity pills. That's why I didn't come to the right number. I think this is it. Okay, finally. Alrighty, let's see. So now we have all of the items on here, including the sound recorder and photo cam that we already... I didn't type this. A sonut recorder? What the hell is that? Oh, and the flashlight, of course. All right, that's a good start. We can actually see. Flashlight. Candle. Okay, kind of cool. Flashlight, candle, which candle includes lighter, by the way, because otherwise you can't use it. Flashlight, candle, sanity pills. That's kind of useless because we don't... whatever. Sure. Candle, flashlight, sanity pill, tripod! Yes, my favorite item. Thank you so much. You fucker. All right, sanity pill, flashlight, tripod, and candle. Beautiful. I'm not even gonna... This is so bad. All right, well, at least we got a flashlight. That's something. Let's get back in there. So we'll place a candle and then just get some more items. This isn't... What the heck? Threw a cup outside. Alright, take that. Go, 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 go. Oh, we can see. Hey, you didn't roll a lighter? Me, when I don't listen to anything the streamer says, it's fine. But, if you would have listened, you would have heard that I said that the lighter is included in the smudge stick and the candle. But that's fine. I also don't listen half the time. Fine. Go. I'm up. Alright, we got 2 laptops. Now, I should probably drop my flashlight so I can steal some more, because right now I'm only stealing 2 items at the same time, but that's totally fine. Alright, so, yet another 2 items. This is gonna go pretty fast. Hopefully we'll get something that actually matters instead of fucking tripods and sanity pills. Let's see. Okay, well, that's good, but like... I mean, that actually might help us a lot if we have to do no sanity stuff. Or no evidence stuff. An EMF as an actual useful item. Alright, smudge sticks and EMF. EMF. Smudge stick. We can start with 1 as well, because that's going to help us. Actually, we could just do, like, a hunt now. See if there's anything special. Since we do have smudge sticks now. Don't have any fucking lights. I turn off the candle. I'm gonna grab a second smudge here. Let's see if we can actually figure out the ghost already. Maybe we don't even need the rest of the items. This is like a little bonus. This is me getting paid for my ghost adventures by stealing all your property. Alright. Once you have an item unlocked, you get all of the items. What else can we steal? We can't. Okay. Maybe it's an unreal. Alright, maybe not. Ah! Yo! Wait, what? Was that shadow for a second there? Oh, it's a fucking phantom! Holy, the sneakiest ghost versus the sneakiest thief! Yo! That's actually so fitting. We're both sneaky as fuck. Alright, well, we only had to steal like 3 different laptops. 1 blink every 5 business days, yeah. Assuming that it is not a mimic, that would be a nice surprise. So yeah, what is our haul here? We only had to steal 3 laptops, a car key, a TV remote, and a cell phone. There's actually quite a bit more upstairs. Luckily, we didn't need all of that. I remember this challenge in particular was actually extremely difficult last time we did a mega challenge, I think. Because we just kept getting absolutely horrendous ghosts. And really, really bad items. So there you go. Yet another challenge completed, even though the game is frozen right now. Now we're going to another big map. We are going to Maple Lodge. We're going camping classic style with no electronic items. We're going caveman camping on Maple Lodge. Now, in order to make this not the most painful thing to have ever existed, we're gonna do nightmare mode without the screens, of course. We're gonna have the breaker completely broken. Fuse box is gonna be broken. However, to make it not super painful, we're gonna set the weather to sunrise so we can actually see anything at all. It's gonna be a nice camping session right here, and of course we need to take out all of the electronics. Let's set up a new one. I could just do a no electronics loadout actually, because I do this sometimes. Let's see. All right, we need no flashlight, no EMF, no dots. Because even the tier 1 counts as an electronic, right? Ghost writing book, obviously can have that. Spirit box, nope. Thermo, yes. Tier 1 thermo works. UV light, tier 2 UV light works. Video cam, not allowed. Crucifix is allowed. Firelight, absolutely. No headgear. Igniter is fine. Crucifix is fine, of course. Firelight, as I said as well. Igniter, incense, motion sensor, no. Paramic, no as well. Photo camera. Well, technically the tier 1 photo camera doesn't count as an electronic, right? But I feel like it should count. I think it technically has like a weird feature where only when you take the photo does it count as an electronic. Besides that, it doesn't, but whatever. Let's keep it simple. Sanity meds are fine. Salt is fine. Sound recorder, nobody cares. Sound sensor, unfortunate. Well, sound recorder. Sound sensor, nobody cares. Sound recorder, unfortunately. And tripod, sure. We'll have tripods. It has a battery. Well, it is technically not... If you check over here, you can see that it doesn't have the electronic... it doesn't have the electronic logo here, you see? The tier 2 and the tier 3 have electronic, whereas the tier 1 doesn't have that. because it's not considered an electronic. That's why I said, I mean, I guess we should include it then, right? Like the rule, if the game says it's not an electronic, it should be included in the no electronics challenge, right? So we're gonna do tier 1 photo camera. And then we need to reset it. That feels fair. Oh wait, 1. Did something go wrong? Why do I have no items? Am I? Oh, it's because tripod is set to tier 3. Stupid ass. It should just take... When it doesn't have a tier available, it should just set it to the highest available tier rather than just not allowing you to do the loadout at all and just completely seeming like it's totally bugged. But anyway, this should be fine. This loadout is... And we need to throw some items away, but that'll be alright. So I did this as well, yeah. Let's go to Maple Lodge. I need to spin as well.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly.
Alright, spinny time. So we're gonna have quite the set of items here. It's gonna be a bit strange. Unreal. Let's see. We have, so some of these we need to throw away because you can't get rid of them. So no spirit box, no EMF, no dots, no video cam, no flashlight. Everything else here is, according to the game, not an electronic. Now, the one you might be surprised about is the photo cam. Yes, the tier 1 photo cam is actually considered to be not electronic. It is a, if you go into the shop menu, if you select the tier 2, you can see it as like a little logo that's electronic. And if you select the tier 1, it has no electronic logo. So it's technically considered to be not an electronic, even though it has a light on it. So I thought we'd include it in the challenge, basically. But anyway, we're not really gonna need it regardless. We're gonna take the tier 1 thermo, because that's the only one that's not electronic. And then we, I guess, are gonna take some light source. And these are really the only 3 evidence items we're gonna have. It's gonna be a little tricky. We also don't have the screens. Plus, we don't have the breaker. Plus, what the fuck is going on with the lighting on this map right now? What the fuck am I looking at? Has something broken? Why does it look so horrendous? Is this bugged? Okay, I think we're gonna have to do fog instead. This is crazy. This is just completely bugged. Alright, let's quickly reset and do fog instead of sunrise, because apparently the sun doesn't work anymore. The sun is bugged at the moment. That's crazy. That's totally not what... Okay, fog, here we go. Fog instead. Holy, what the hell? That's so stupid. Okay. Alright, it's so funny that we have to set it to fog in order to see anything. In what world? Only in Phasmo, where they hate lighting in any way whatsoever. And every time we're like, alright, but wouldn't it be nice if we could see the game? They're like, nope. Nope. La 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 la, I'm not hearing it. La la la. Can't hear you. Too busy looking at my full bright mega monitor that can show me even the lowest gamma areas just fine, whereas everyone who has a normal monitor gets fucked. Anyway, I'm salty, whatever, here we go. Yeah, this is a lot better. Look at that, we can actually see. Dude, fog is actually busted, I'm telling you. Yeah, I think that might be my least favorite thing with the reworks. Like, I think all the reworks that have been done so far... Why is it blinking like that? Are you seeing that? It's just my screen? The reworks are really good, but I'm really not a fan of the whole, like, everything needs to be super dark. I just think it's not even realistic. Like, there's... Especially in, like, street maps, like, there's lots of street lights outside that are gonna provide light. The moon is there. And it being just pitch black when there's not like a direct light shining on it, it's not realistic, but even if it was realistic, it's also just silly because it's a game. and we can make things not realistic if it makes it more fun. I'm gonna quickly check if there's a cursed possession, because this might actually be pretty messed up to find the ghost on Maple Lodge with a tier 1 thermo. That's not necessarily something that's gonna be very efficient here. Look at those fireflies. Look at them. They're so cute. We might have mirror, actually. Wait, that would be insane. Let's see. Oh, we don't. Unlucky. Bro. So dark. Yeah, it's also pretty rude for people that are like, that can't really see very well. I just think in general, I mean, not even that. I just think for everybody, it's just a downgrade to have the maps all be so dark. Like, not even during hunts, it's just annoying. Just not being able to see the game is just kind of silly. I'm gonna hope it's in here. We have... Don't have a summoning circle. Alright, let's see if it's cold in here. I haven't heard it. Oh! Okay, alright, well. There's the ghost. That was very creepy, okay. Nice. Alright, we found the ghost. That was a lot less painful than it could have been. We do have sanity pills, because sanity pills are not electronic. So we could take a sanity pill to offset the ghost event that just hit us, but... I mean, hunts can also be useful, and we do, of course, have smudge sticks, because they're not electronic. We're not going to have much evidence here, so it's probably going to be another semi-no evidence challenge here. Although, if we get a little lucky, we might get 1 or 2 evidence. Like, I mean, we're playing Nightmare, so there's going to be a maximum of 2 evidence. Alright, let's, take a smudge stick. We have tier 3 even, look at that. And then I guess we could take a candle for some lighting inside, since we don't have any light switches. Look at this. I do think the candle, or especially the tier 3 firelight can actually be really useful on some of the dark maps now. And the tier, I'm telling you, man, the tier 2 headcam is like so useful. If you turn on eye adaptation, because it'll make it basically work like a normal flashlight. So you can see even without carrying a flashlight. Wow. That's fast. Can you give me a sign? Alright, we got 2 writing books. Can you show yourself? Pretty cold, but not too cold. Might also... I mean, it should be... It's... Fog weather is like 14 degrees, I think. So this should be... This should be the ghost room, because it shouldn't be this cold here otherwise. Like, if it was snow outside, since we don't have a breaker, this might be normal, but I don't think it is. Can you give me a sign? Let's spread these out. You can see the circles, the interaction range. We want to cover the whole room here. Something like that. Very shy ghost. Can you give me a sign? Hello? It's dark. You should do something. We already checked for voodoo doll, right? Maybe it's tarot cards? It is tarot cards. Okay. I mean, we don't have any evidence yet, so this is a little risky, but I kind of want to do it anyway. I have 1 smudge. I'll be fine, right? That should double the activity for a minute. Which, doubling 0 is still 0, unfortunately, so this might not do anything. Can you give me a sign, you bitch? Bro. That did sound like it was upstairs for a second there. Okay, this shit is awful. Try again. Probably not a miling. Sounds normal, I think. That was a bit uncontrolled. I was not ready for that one. I mean, clearly not a Dio. Or like any super crazy ghosts. Not a Phantom or Oni, right? Okay, I think it stopped just now. Oh, no, still going. Stupid. Stupid flies make it so hard to hear what the ghost is doing. I think it stopped now, though, right? For real this time. Okay, we need more smudges. We need another, maybe 2 smudges. I guess we could put a... I mean, it was just a death card, right? Which means we're not low sanity yet. Let's do 1 smudge and then some salt so that we can maybe get the UV that way. It was hunting from the downstairs, so I'm assuming it's just still downstairs, even though I wasn't really doing very much. That's just how it goes, I guess. Yo, Nachua, what's up? Yeah, it was not like a super fast ghost like a Thay or a Revenant or something. Was the smudge long? I mean, it could be a Moroi because, like, we weren't any... We were, like, above 50%. I'll put that right there. Oh, hello. That works. Well, we're getting nothing. So, that's not very nice. Okay, so no freezing, no UV is actually... We can use that. We can rule out all of these ghosts. No writing. But we haven't gotten it to throw the book yet, so we can't know for sure. Can you give us a sign? Can you do something? I could, once again, use the tarot cards, but it might just have the same exact result. So shy. Is this like shade or something? Oh. It is throwing, so that's seemingly not going to be a shade then, because it's doing like something, and the ghost shouldn't do anything if it was a shade. Oh, another Uri. That's very useful. Nice. Okay, that's something. Once again, no fingies. Can you please touch the writing book? Can you write in the book? Do it! Give it to me. Let's use this, I guess. Okay, well, fuck me. The towers are so annoying. Oh, yo, hello. Fuck. Step on the salt. I should have the photo cam, I guess. If you're gonna do that. Okay. Why was that no Yuri? Because it touched the door and it just like slowly opened up without it fully closing or fully opening the door. That's the rule for Yuri. They changed that with the... What was it? Wasn't it around the Nell Steiner update? It's relatively new though, so you might not know that yet. McShuckster, thank you for this 19, thank you. It's actually made Yuri so much more doable in no evidence specifically. Okay, so we have a camera. We could grab this. Because this also stops a cursed hunt, so if we get another death card, this could help us out here. This is definitely proving to be the most annoying match yet. Just purely because of the very limited items, and the ghost is doing basically nothing right now. I don't know why. I'm not that high sanity. I got like a red card to lose even more sanity. So far, we've actually been cruising pretty well, though. I mean, this is still not terrible. Like, we're alive. could be worse. Can you give me a sign? Like, I would love for it to... Oh, wait, it did throw it. Where's my book? Aha! It threw the writing book, did not write in it. Now we can suddenly rule out even more. Because now we can say it is not freezing and writing, which is these ghosts. It is not UV and writing, which is these ghosts. So we've actually ruled out all of those without even doing anything. Now we know it's not going to be a wraith. Is it a... It is a female ghost, so it could be these two. It's very... It could actually easily be... Bro, I was so fast on that! How did it not... What? God damn, it was like a 0.5 seconds ghost event, bro. Oni is not on here. Can you give me a sign? It might just be a Goryo. Wait, Goryo that's hiding UV, I guess? Could be. Can you give me a sign? Yeah, this is not ideal. So we definitely got super... I'm hoping on Rio or something. That would actually be so useful. Can you show yourself? Do something. Give me a sign. The lights are all off, so... Really no reason for you not to be active. I guess we could do another hunt. Like, Thay seems unlikely, because it was speeding up over time. Okay, that was not on Rio, right? That was genuinely at the exact same time. Like, the candle was still on. I mean, I guess we would just double check it. I was kind of at this... it's clearly not a shade, because it hunted when I was in this room. It did break... Did it break the lights? It did, right? So it could be Mare. Yeah, Diane does not speed up... Wait, does Diane does not speed up over time, right? It's only based on if you are standing still or moving. So that one should also not be... That should not be the ghost. Okay, well, clearly it's not an Anrio. I guess what we do is, like, loop it around this table with a bunch of smudge sticks, I guess. Because we really have not much else to do. This could be one of the ghosts where we might actually have to somewhat guess, because we really don't have many items here. Although I guess we would just be inclined to say Goryo. Because we're getting no evidence, which usually that means Goryo. But let's just listen to the speed, because that's going to give us a lot of information. Okay, this, and then I guess we could even have like a sanity pill for the sprint boost that it gives you. Yeah, let's listen to the speed, because maybe it's just the twins or something. And that would be nice. Yeah, it did blow out and hunt at the same time and stuff. It shouldn't see me behind this, right? I thought you could place these. Oh, you can't place them, but not on the bench for some reason. Okay. I don't know how to tell if it's hunting, because we can't turn on any lights. So it's kind of just guessing. Ma'am? Hunting? Definitely slower. Come outside! Hello? Twins would be slower. Galu could be slower. not... Is it doing any twins throws? It's not really doing any twin stuff. There seems like... But it was not Galu, right? What? Usually when you have twins, you would expect it to throw stuff over here and there as well, but it wasn't doing that. I only have one more smudge. Clearly not. You... If it was indeed... It's not you, because we didn't see that change whatsoever. I guess we just smudged it, so keep an eye on the 35 something. The other twin is taking a little chill day. Yokai we did not test because I mean, the ghost was just taking so long to go outside in the first place. Mare, I mean, if it was actually slow, it would have to be twins or Galu, right? So what we could just do is grab some salt and place it at the door, and then if it goes outside through the salt and it gets fast, then easy peasy. Because we do have salt. But yeah, the Raichu heartbeat is a real thing, but I actually haven't gotten a Raichu since I learned about it, I think. So I haven't really paid, I don't know what it is yet. I mean, apparently it's just louder, but I don't know how much louder. Like if it is mega recognizable or if it's just like, if you know, you might hear it a little bit. I thought so. I thought that was like a real thing. I don't know. I haven't gotten a Raichu yet, so I haven't been able to test it yet. Dragon King, thank you for the 21. All right, this one's tough. This is. Okay, it's the twins. It's the twins. All right, go. You saw I was touching the door when it wasn't even close to it. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for far away interactions. Ah! Oh my god. You fucking suck! Okay, so that, I mean, unless it just has really long arms for some reason, there's no way it should have been able to touch the door of the reception area when it was stunned at the white tent, right? I also was doing a yokai test there by using my global comm in the white tent, so it's not a yokai. It definitely hunted within the spirit timer, so that's off the table. Galu just, I mean, it should just be this guy. It should just be twins, but let's hope that we didn't get screwed. I think that was slow again, right? That didn't sound fast. I guess it's just a little slow, relaxed twin today. It was twins. There you go. Dude, we've been flawless so far. I mean, we're probably gonna make at least a few mistakes when we get to the to the apocalypse challenge at the very end. It used interactions 6 times. It changed favorite rooms 4 times. My goodness. All right. That's why it was also extra painful. Plus, we, of course, what is the evidence for the twins? EMF spirit box freezing. So, unluckily, we did not get freezing, and instead we got EMF and spirit box, and we got neither. We had neither of those. All right. Anyway, luckily, we did it. Now we're gonna move on. We still have 3 challenges to go, but it's gonna get quite wild from here. So now I thought we'd do an absolute chat favorite. Of course, I'm talking about chat equals ears. We're gonna do chat equals ears. We're gonna do this on prison. Now we're gonna do no sanity as well. So we're gonna set up nightmare mode with no sanity, no pills. And we're just gonna have to figure it out the hard way. Now we're gonna do all the good items this time. And we're gonna hop in. Of course, also, should really quickly spin the wheel.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and
What do we
prepare
get?
accordingly before starting the investigation.
Did I fuck up the wheel, by the way? I hope not. So yeah, I need to take off this guy.
We don't know.
And I'm gonna turn it off so I literally can't hear anything. Ear reveal. Rate ears. Gary Corrigan right here. We can use everything, but I'm not gonna use the paramic because that would be kind of cheating because then I don't need chat. Plus we're gonna use smudge sticks. I'm not gonna die. That would be silly. So you guys need to help me here because I can't hear anything. So I'm gonna walk in as soon as the bet is done, and then we're gonna rely on very good gamers, right? You guys know how this game works. You've seen a lot of this game. Oh, I need to wait. Music. Is music playing? I can't hear it. Trust us, Father. Oh boy. Alright. Here we go. I have a lighter, right? Yes, I need to make sure. This shit sucks. Every time, it reminds me just... it's a pool door. Oops. It reminds me how, like, important sound is to playing this game. What? Bone? God damn, this means this is a lucky run. Uh-oh, it's hunting. Uh-oh. Help me. Do you hear anything? I'm going upstairs. Silence. No, we don't hear anything. It's probably in the cell blocks. I'm gonna check the infirmary though. Still quiet. Ah! Was that Oni? It's... Let's do another one. It was kind of spamming, but it was also my flashlight was also going crazy, so it was hard to see. Did you guys notice anything? Any like weird sounds? Weird whatsoever? I did smudge at the end there because I didn't know if the ghost was gonna stop. So this, oh yeah, I forget. This is considered a medium map. That I was like, how the fuck did that hunt last so short? That's because this is a medium map instead of a large map, which means the hunts are, I think, only like 40 seconds long instead of like a minute long. So they're much. I think it's like 30-second small map, 40-second medium, and then 50 seconds for a big map. I think. I always forget. It should be large though, that's for sure. Okay. It did come from downstairs. I'm checking for breaker. No. Is it over here? I'm scared. Not there. Come on. Third time's the charm. Yes! Right, nice. We don't have to go to the cell blocks. I should probably do this from downstairs. It's still not hunting. I didn't keep a timer. Imagine it's like a Ure or some bullshit, and then we're just screwed. I mean, we could just find the ghost room and find evidence. It's not a no evidence challenge. So we could... Look. Oh, God! I'm scared, man. I don't want to go there. Did it not? Ah! I don't think that's an Oni. Doesn't look like an Oni. Okay. Normal speed? No miling. It was speeding up, I assume. I'm gonna check the... What the fuck? It's probably like visitor sensor, maybe? Let's get the thermo. Do I like this? Also, nice fog once again. Okay, not a djinn, probably, right? There's a lot of ghosts we can rule out. Let's just try and find where it is, though. It's weird that you guys didn't hear the first hunt. If it was indeed... If it is in the entrance area. I mean, we also didn't see the equipment blinking, so I guess... Yeah, no phantom as well, of course. Let's see. I'm gonna go check this. It's not cold. Could be a library, maybe? Hunt? What? Oh shit. Where is it? Ah! What the fuck? Bro, you're so sneaky. Okay, you're a piece of crap. Get smudged. Smudged at 47. Run. Okay, I hate this guy. So it's coming from, it came from that side this time, which means it's in the bathroom or something? Okay, we should have a little bit of safety. Let's try and find where this ghost is. Maybe bathroom. Or maybe... 5 degrees. Bathroom ghost. Dirty water. It's bathroom. Okay. Go, 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 go. That's very useful. We still have 30 seconds of safety. That's not gonna help us very much. It's something, though. Shower as well. Okay, okay. I could take big crucifix, but that's super scary still, though. I think we should do that, though. 2 cruci plus, like, let's get an evidence item as well. We'll take the video cam. And then we do have to do another back if we want to get more. So it doesn't seem like it's anything that you can easily figure out during a hunt, right? Or it isn't? Wait, how would people not notice a myling, though? Isn't that super obvious? Oh, well, you can hear it again. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. I see Blinky. That was a pretty... Oh, shit! Run. That was a pretty sharp hunt. Kind of. That was definitely... It's not a spirit, that's for sure, at least. Okay, it shouldn't be hunting anymore, right? Or I'm actually just dead. Go, 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 go. Don't do it. You piece. Crucifix. Crucifix. Okay, we're good. Orbeez. Wait, Orbeez. Oh my god. And immediate crucifix. Wait, what? Holy shit. Okay, alright. This is fine. Definitely not a shade, that's for sure. Okay, let's not smudge, let's just get more items. Could be mimic. We're gonna get a spirit box. Bro, this is also dark as hell, man. I mean, I can see at least on this map a little bit. Okay, we're good. Alright, so nothing fast, and we have orbs. So let's just, now that we actually have a list here, it's Gary, so Banshee and Diane are gone. We would have seen Obake. It's not a Raichu. Right? Revenant, obviously, Thay. Hantu. Wait, there's actually only a few. That's actually good. Yokai seems unlikely. Let's see. So for these guys, we can take Spirit Box. It's actually a very likely one. Okay, UV is just useless because that's not going to happen ever. So don't take UV. Dots could be... It's not going to be EMF. I'm just checking what evidences are even useful at all. Freezing we already have in there. So dots... So Spirit Box is useful. And then writing and dots, but like... Oh, UV could be for Mimic. That's... Okay, that's better than like... Probably better than writing. I don't know. We have one smudge over there. I mean, if we need to get either freezing or Spirit Box as well then. Okay, I'm scared. This is where it's definitely not fun to not be able to hear. Oh, but my flashlight helps because it would blink if the ghost was hunting. Okay. All right, buddy. Shower. I'm sorry. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Wait, it's talking! Right? I saw the white dots. Oh shit. Mare, Onryo, Yokai, or Mimic. We might need salt. Oh, bro. I mean, unless it's gonna be freezing. I think we need salt. There's another shower. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. Are they too loud? Believer win. They are loud. Ghost is wasting water. Can you believe this? Get him. Okay, this is good. We have 3 ghosts, so we have 1 smudge in there. I'm just gonna hope that is enough for the smudge. Although if we want to do a yokai test, that's gonna be not enough. We could flick the light switch for Mare. On Rio, so we're gonna take a candle, salt, and then I guess another one of these. Just to be safe. To do like a proper, super obvious yokai test. Although it seems like that's gonna be shitty though. Okay, no hunting. This is chat equals ears. Chat's favorite challenge. So far I'm actually like super impressed with how well this has all gone. Not just this challenge, but the whole thing. And considering we have extra ghosts and new maps and harder maps and stuff. Alright, I have this guy. Oh shit. Uh-oh. What the fuck? What just happened? Did you see? I placed it and it teleported back to over there. What the fuck was that? Turn the spirit box off? Oh, sorry. Okay. How the fuck? Yo, perfect! Thank you so much, sir. Start walking. Okay, well, it's not an Onryo. It's, doing airball. Okay, this is bad. How are we gonna test for yokai here? I think I can just test, like, over here. I mean... I think I'm gonna sit here. Should be such a weird room for the ghost to just randomly go to, right? If it wasn't... This is gonna be so scary. I don't know. This seems kind of fucked up. I guess I should be able to see the ghosts. Because it's gonna come from either side. Is it hunting? Nerd ghost? I'm trying to test for yokai here. It's clearly not this guy. So it has to be yokai, mare, or mimic, but it didn't step after the... What? Did I just see the ghost? Wait, what was that? Oh, the door. Wait, what the fuck just happened? I swear I saw the ghost just walk by behind the bookshelf right there, but maybe I'm just... Maybe I'm hallucinating. The door? The door opened? Did I close it? Wait. Why would the door be open? If I didn't... Wait. How the fuck would the door be... Oh, is it a Yurei mimic? That's super weird. Fuck. Why is it not doing anything? I'm waiting for the ghost to hunt because I need to be here before the hunt starts. Because if I run into the library while the ghost is seeing me, this is not going to be a good test. The candle? Okay. Why is it suddenly not hunting at all? That's so weird. Okay, I'm starting to think this might actually be a mimic. The breaker shouldn't be on. Ding? Oh, that's probably just a random sound. Okay, the door definitely opened. In like a really specific Yurei way. Hunting? Okay, finally. Jesus, I was just about to go back. I was like, this shit's never gonna happen. Okay. Hello? Hello, ghosty? What? Hello, darkness. It's close? How the fuck could it be close? It's not even blinking my flashlight. Did it stop? The fuck? Okay, that is super weird. Wait, maybe it touched the door here? I think what I'm gonna do is just like smudge one time now. Smudge it. Hopefully it hits. Okay, well that should have hit. We could check the door, I guess, but it's way too long ago, I think. Oh, shit! Let's go! What? That's actually sick. I think that was a Yurei mimic then. Cause that door opened really weird. Plus another believer win on the chat equals heirs. Now that's perfect. Beautiful coincidence. Dude, that's a third believer win. What the hell? Kiara, thank you for the 1 year. Thank you. All right, we did it. We did it, gamers. That was a tough one. Good job, everyone. Maybe it was a mimic. Maybe that. No wonder it was confusing for you guys. Because it was non-stop changing ghosts. No wonder people said it was like, oh, it might be a mailing. Oh, it might be this. Yo, Nick, thank you for the 10 gifties. Thank you, thank you. All right, well, GG to the believers and GG to us for figuring out that ghost. That's so... Man, I love that map too. The big maps are so fun. I really like the big maps. 15% believers with double all in right there. 1.6 million payout. Oh my goodness. All right, well, GG's. We are reaching the last few challenges. Now it's okay. Now we're getting a set of 2 challenges that are gonna be fucked up. So obviously we're going to work up towards doing the Apocalypse Challenge. So in order to make that possible, since we haven't done Apocalypse in a really long time, we're going to warm up. So the only 2 maps that are left are Sunny Meadows and Camp Woodwind. We are going to go to Camp Woodwind, basically with like an Apocalypse Light. We are going to grab this one right here. It is gonna be 0 sanity, 150% speed, and like no grace period, just to get us accustomed to the hell that we're gonna be going through on Asylum right afterwards, so we can get used to the speed of footsteps. Now luckily we're gonna have all these beautiful items that we're not gonna have on the Apocalypse Challenge, but let's go and spin the wheel, of course.
All right, we're here.
I need to reset it again. You guys keep winning, man.
Before starting the investigation.
Okay.
Whoever was here must have summoned
Yo,
the
Hasio,
ghost
thank you for
with
the
a
sub.
cursed
Konex,
object.
thank you as well.
Investigate, but be careful. We don't know what it's capable of.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting the wheel. Brand new wheel. Here we go again. How many times we're resetting the wheel today? My goodness. Believers getting juiced up. All right, will it be a Goryo? Let's go. Yo, roaming Pookie. Thank you for the 5 gifties. Thank you. Let's play the... Oh, yeah. Geek Sebi, thank you, or Sebi, thank you for the gifty as well. Obambo and Galu are actually kind of tricky. Especially Galu has been... We haven't seen it today, but Galu is very weird. Galu is specifically weird when you're doing no sanity, no evidence. It's really easy if you're like doing a normal run, but if you're doing like an immediate hunt, they can be kind of strange. Oh yeah, all right. We might get killed immediately. Let's do it. All right, what is even the weather right now? Probably gonna be dark. Oh, I was so hoping for foggy right here. We have Kim. Okay, so it could be Diane and Banshee, which is fine. Let's grab Double Smudge. Double Smudge, and actually we probably also want a Crucifix. Let's throw that over here, because we have 0 grace, so if it starts right next to me, I'm gonna be dead. Let's see. Yo, Chica, thank you for subbing. Thank you. Put this here. Alright, so this ghost is gonna be super fast, basically. And we are at 0% sanity. And then after this, we're gonna have to do the hardest challenge in the entire game, which is the Apocalypse Challenge, which will be absolute torture. That might take, like, over an hour all by itself, and it wouldn't be surprising to me whatsoever. Hello? Zero sanity, right? Did I mess it up? Wait. I should be. Hello? Are you trolling me? We are 0% sanity. Yes. This might be shady. So the one thing I always have to get used to when we're doing Apocalypse is the super high speed. Like 150% speed is such a weird... I don't play with that very often, and it makes every ghost is just so fast that it kind of makes it hard to know if the ghost is actually fast, or if it's like the twins become really confusing because those small differences become kind of hard to notice when they're already so fast to begin with. Okay, this is very strange. This is taking an extremely long amount of time. This is very, very, very shade. At 0 sanity, this should not take this long. Also, basically no activity at all. We need to hide. This is our hiding spot. These tables are my best friend. Okay, what? Do we actually... I mean, we'll do a hunt, but if... That is faster than... What the fuck? Why did it just go into the white tent? What? What the fuck? It's so fast, it's overshooting like crazy. It got lost, bro. Wait, it's a... Was it a rev there? It just got so slow when I smudged... Ah! What is happening? That was so strange. It got so fast. Wait, it was super. It got faster while it was chasing me, or no? I was so confused by the way it just ran past this, and then like went into the tent that I was like, what the hell is happening? If it didn't speed up, this should be a Thay, which would be so weird, because why wouldn't it hunt earlier if it was a Thay? That is very weird. Okay, let's play some salt. We're doing an... Okay. Let's do another hunt, I guess. We do not have a cursed position, I don't think, on this difficulty that I had set up. So, we just need to wait for it to hunt again, which hopefully isn't going to take a million years once more. Oh. Okay, it is like spamming the shit out of ghost events right now. Interesting. I mean, I was hiding, right? So it shouldn't be a revenant. I'm pretty sure it was fast, so... Obambo wouldn't be that fast, no? I'm just getting rid of... I was sitting still, so Diane should also be off the table. I didn't use anything yet. Yo! It's a Mora. That was such a long smudge. What the fuck? One. That's crazy long. Ah! And it's getting faster. Alrighty, well, that's gonna be great when we can't sprint and have no flashlight and all that good stuff. Can't wait. Alright. Now it's time, guys. We have, unless this is a mimic somehow. Nope, it was a Moroi. Alright, it is time to face the music. We are going to Sunny Meadows with this button right here. We're going to go custom preset Apocalypse 3. Now, this will earn you this very special trophy right here, this middle one, this Apocalypse trophy, plus the badge that I've been using this whole time. This one right here, you will unlock that if you do this challenge. Now, we're gonna change one single thing about this, because you can't actually change one setting without removing the Apocalypse seal of approval. And we're gonna go into the Ghost and turn on event frequency. We're gonna change that from low to medium. Now, the reason for this is that part of the Apocalypse challenge is to do the objectives as well as doing getting the ghost photo. I think ghost photo or video both counts, right? Wait, actually, I need to check. Okay, haven't really done this since the media update. Let's see, because it says right here. The hardest challenge we can offer, good luck, you'll need it. Sunny Meadows is where you get to go. Requirements. In single player mode, during one contract, complete all of the following with a reward multiplier of 15 times and survive. Successfully identify the ghost. Complete all optional objectives, and you need to specifically take a photo so the video does not count, right? I mean, based on this text right here. That is actually crazy, because video is much easier than the photo. But we're just gonna have to do it. Here we go. Now we need to change some things here, because we need to set the head cam to tier 3. That's a big one, because the tier 2 head cam counts as a we have an apocalypse setup right here. Let's enable this loadout. So we need to set headgear tier 3, because you can actually see in the dark with that. I think that means, like, headgear tier 3 is entirely required for this challenge, or is a huge pain in the ass. Another one that's really important is setting your incense to tier 1, because you're gonna be extremely, extremely slow, and if you don't have the tier 1, you will either slow down or completely stop the ghost, which means that you won't go anywhere, the ghost won't go anywhere, and after the smudge runs out, you're just gonna get instantly killed immediately. So you need, the big ones are tier 1 incense, tier 3 head cam, and nothing else really matters. Just set them to the level that you have, and that's it. So we're gonna, let's see, is it set? It does not look like it's set. We're gonna disable, enable. Okay, well, apparently these are the items. We're gonna hop in. Now, we do need to... Well, let's first spin the wheel real quick, just to get the... Oh, boy. We're gonna get a mare. Now, we're gonna have to maybe do some resetting here, because we do need to have challenges that we can actually complete. So let's see what we get here. Paramike, Crucifix is extremely fucked, and Ghost Event is extremely fucked, but that is maybe... Crucifix is really bad, but let's just give it a shot. So you kind of want to have objectives like, for example, cleanse the ghost or repel or escape, because those objectives will automatically be completed. Whereas something like Crucifix means we'll have to go to the ghost room, which is going to be very, very, very dangerous. So we're going to just give this a shot as just our first round. And then we might have to be a little bit more picky if we get totally rolled here. Now we're going to put this on because this still works while you're this slow. Now if you, or while you're doing Apocalypse. If you're wondering why I'm so slow, welcome to Apocalypse. This is part of the challenge where you are extremely slow. And the ghost is extremely fast. Now, I think we will start with a Crucifix here, because if it starts in the entrance here, we can, like, get our objectives immediately and actually maybe complete this. We'll see how this goes. All right. So the breaker is not on. We get 0 evidence, no grace period. Oh, here we go. Ring the bell. Here we go. Okay, it's not in the entrance, so we're gonna grab a paramite after this. I guess we could bring this closer, though. It's fine, we're just taking a casual stroll through the asylum. I'm hearing nothing, so it's gonna be on one of the wings, probably. Or in the kitchen, which will be really bad. No sounds yet. Oh, the bone is still here. Nice. They still haven't fixed that. Okay, I think it already stopped hunting now. Interesting. Okay, so we're just gonna absolutely speed run out of here. As you can see, I'm going as fast as possible right now. And we're gonna grab a paramike to just get a little bit of information. Plus, we might be able to snag that paramike objective if we get really lucky. We're gonna drop this here as well. If only it was an objective to get the bone. That'd be so free. My goodness, man. We are so slow. I'm out so fast. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. We're gonna grab a photo cam, I think, as well, because the worst thing that can happen on this is that you get so lucky to get a ghost event and then you don't have a photo cam. It's the worst feeling ever. So we're gonna get this one, and then we also need a paramic. And I mean, with this, if we get lucky, we could complete all our objectives, right? Because the objectives are paramic, we can do that, crucifix, and then ghost event into a photo. Now, this would be astronomically lucky, but maybe this is the chosen run. Who knows? Maybe we're just gonna get like, I mean, it's not a Dio, unfortunately. Dio would be the easiest. Oh, here we go again. Let's see. Because Dio would always just run to you immediately, but then be extremely slow, and you can still outrun a Dio on this difficulty. Okay, I'm hearing sounds, but no ghost anywhere near. Let's see. I might need double smudge here. Start on the right. Oh, there's this tier 3 paramic, so it should be able to detect. But, nothing on this side, huh? Please don't be kitchen. I'd be so mad. Okay, so it's either all the way at the back on the right, or it's just not here. We're gonna... Okay, all right, everybody. Okay, that is not very nice for me. It's in the back area next to the kitchen. That's like one of the worst places you can get the ghost on this. Well, I think we could at least get some information, because I'm pretty sure we should be able to hear it from here. Okay, well, apparently not all the way. That sounds normal speed, unfortunately. Is that a poltergeist? That's a poltergeist. That is clearly throwing every half a second. Holy fuck! Bro, that's so free. Oh my god. Wait, okay. That's a good start. Paramic OP? We need to get Paramic sound. Nice. Paramic. Okay. So now we have a problem. If we had better objectives, this would be a lot easier. Now I guess we're happy that we got this ghost. But the problem is that now we have to go all the way over there to place a crucifix. Which is not good. Because this is not a good goat room? That's definitely not a good goat room. But it's also not a good ghost room. And I don't know how we're gonna possibly do this. We could also just focus on the photo, because we're more likely to die during the photo anyway. Like, we could... It's a pretty decent setup for the photo, to be honest. Like, because you can wait until the ghost gets here, and then you can hide there and just pray to God you don't get killed. The real problem is going to be crucifix. I'm going to try to... Man, this will be insane. It's crazy that we found the ghost, though. That we figured out that it's a poltergeist. If only that was the whole thing. Unfortunately, that's not the whole thing. If that was the whole thing, that would be easy. We're not gonna why would we restart when we figured out what the ghost is? That's like one of the hardest parts. I mean, it's not the hardest part if you get lucky, but it's definitely not one of those ghosts that's super free. Poltergeist. Poltergeist can be quite tricky if you don't get it in a room with a lot of items. We're gonna absolutely give this everything we got, and if we die, so be it. Okay, so what we're gonna do... Okay, explain the plan. The plan right now that I think we're gonna do is we're going to stand here, hope the ghost comes down this hallway, take a few photos, pray that we get it. Then we're gonna smudge and hide there. Hopefully it's not gonna kill us over there, because that is a semi-hiding spot. Then, during the smudge time, we're going to go grab these 2 items with the video cam or photo cam, go there, place the crucifix, hopefully get a ghost event, and then get the fuck out of there. But this is a whole lot of ifs, a whole lot of hopes, but who knows? Okay, it's hunting. Sounds easy enough, right? It's... I hope it finds me, like, at the end of the hunt. That would be perfect. I'm so scared. This is so fucked up. Please. I hate that you can't hear shit without the paramite. I can see it, though. I could see it come around that corner instantly. The problem is that it might just be, like, stuck in that kitchen forever. This is just, like, by far the best... Cold? Stop. By far the best spot to be for this. Like, if we get any close... Stop. The cold breath in my face. Can't see. Okay, it seemingly is not finding me. Unfortunately. Okay, now, this is where you have to do a trade-off between... Are you patient enough, or are you gonna play it riskier? Because for us, the safest spot to be is here. Because we have a pretty decent hiding spot here. I definitely want to give it another 2 hunts. If we really get no sign of life in 2 full hunts, we might just have to do something a little bit more crazy. Just for the sake of entertainment. But if you had all the time in the world, you would never move from the spot. You would just be as patient as you need to be. Because this is there's definitely a decent chance that the ghost would just walk down this hallway. Because, like, I mean, it's in that area. And it's been walking through the hallway because the hallway is cold, as you can see by the cold breath. But for some reason, it doesn't go this way. Ghost. I'd love to grab a paramic, but it kind of doesn't do anything. Any second. I'm gonna come around that fucking corner. Buddy. Buddy! These hunts take quite long, right? Yeah. Okay, I mean, it was... It might be stuck in the kitchen. That would be kind of insane. Brother. That's so fucked up. I'm gonna try and grab the paramic real quick just to see if it's, like, moving around or if we're... Move up. So the reason why moving up would be absolute... trying to end your own existence... is because there's no hiding spots there. Because there's supposed to be no hiding spots whatsoever on this difficulty. But there's a few places where you can kind of hide even though they're not supposed to be hiding spots. So since there is no hiding anywhere in this area, I would just be a sitting duck. Okay. It came this way immediately, no? Wait, what? It sounded like it was coming this way. Oh. What? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Did I get it? Woo! Jesus Christ. That shit's so fucking scary, bro. Okay. We only had to use one smudge. Hunt is over? Okay. Now this is still, it's not over till it's over, guys. Now we gotta go there, place the crucifix, and we need to get a ghost event, which is so bad. Well, we got the ghost photo. This is gonna take a little bit. I need to have activity, man. I need you to do something. If we had, like, cleanse and repel, it would be over right now. Where is it? Okay, it's in the kitchen. I might not make it in time. I might be able to hunt before I can get here. Do a ghost event. Do a ghost event, and then I'm gonna place the crucifix under your feet, and you're gonna hunt on top of it. Okay, it's in that room. We're gonna smudge. Okay, it's going in this room, so goodbye, everybody. If it went another route, I could have maybe lived, but it went into the same room, which is just insanely unlucky. No, that's so stupid. Why was it in the coal room, you fucker? Oh, come on. Dude, if it actually did go... Wait, it was a shade? Okay, well, we would have been super screwed anyway. How the fuck was that a shade? Wait, can you not trust the paramic? Okay, well, this all turned out to be totally fine then. That would have been even more devastating if we... Wait, how was that a shade? That was the most throws I've ever heard on the paramic in my entire life. I was like looking, or like counting it, and it was like doing it every half a second. But okay, and anyway, we wouldn't have lived regardless, so that all turned out to be a wash anyway. Let's go try that again, shall we? Now we're gonna be a little bit more picky with the objectives, because I think like having crucifix is just way. Okay, you're being mean right now, Wheel. That's rude. Let's see what we get here. Sound recorder and paramic. Sound recorder is impossible. We're not doing this. We're gonna reset until we have some reasonable objectives, because this is this is just gonna be torture otherwise. Let's see. 3 unique photos. My fucking ass, bro. Are you stupid?
Welcome back.
I'm not re-rolling every time I reset, obviously. Unless, wait. Unless I got a dupe for some reason. Video of the ghost. Oh man, this is so shitty. This is not ideal, to say the least. We're trying though. Yeah, there's so many annoying objectives now. What the? Bro, these are so bad. EMF reader, video of the ghost. Oh, it's so tough to get like decent objectives now. I mean, it's literally just patience, right? You just have to reset until you get some good ones. Ghost event. Bro, this would have been so good if not for the ghost event. Like, motion sensor is doable. I mean, ghost event is so bad. Ghost event, you just can't, you can't rely on a ghost event whatsoever. Like, that might just never happen, and then there's just an like, crucifix might actually genuinely be better than ghost event. Because you just can't get it most of the time, unless you get a really specific ghost, especially if you get a shade. Okay, you gotta be fucking with me right now. This is getting so much worse. We're trying. Come on.
Alright, we're here.
Brother, what are these, man? 3 videos, 2 sound recorders? Yeah, let me just do a perfect game on Apocalypse difficulty. No big deal.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and
Are you This would have been so fun. I mean, 3 unique photos. We could get the bone. Bone and the ghost, and then what else though? There's nothing else, man. You can't get like, there's nothing else. EMF is like horrible. There's no way. There's EMF is, we've been resetting for the EMF objective, and now we're taking like a way more annoying one. I mean, let's just do this one because we've been resetting way too much. This is still absolutely horrendous garbage. Video, EMF photo, and firelight. Firelight should be easy if you get the ghost to get close to the chapel. Now, this kind of depends on where the ghost is. But we'll see how this goes. We're gonna put this on. We don't need a crucifix this time. Video of the ghost is really, really annoying. It's just, with the media update, you've gotten so many objectives now that require you to interact with the ghost with the media items that it becomes, extremely difficult to get, like, a good set of objectives. But we're gonna give it a try. I can't believe that was a shade, by the way. I'm still kind of flabbergasted. Oh. My God. It's right in the office. It's right next to this. I heard an item throw. Okay. Okay. This is actually pretty good. Kind of. Okay. What the fuck? I don't think we need to take a firelight. I definitely think we need to take this. Video and photo, I guess. This is gonna be tricky. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. My smudges are right there. I'm just gonna throw this in. We should throw an EMF in here just in case we get it. Like, get a hunt and it throws a bunch of items and we can maybe get an EMF photo. This is definitely decent for these specific objectives. But I'm definitely not happy with this. We'll see. Do I have a lighter? Yes. Making sure. Okay, so now we need to be very careful because 0 grace means instant detection by the ghost if you have any electronic items. So we're gonna throw and have smudges. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna wait here. Revenant! Uh-oh. Oh shit, that's actually very doable. Wait, that's actually so doable in this room? We can place crucifixes? Oh my goodness, this might actually work. This might actually work. Now, we might have to, yeah, the video could also be done outside of a hunt, remember? Like, it doesn't have to be a hunt video. We might have to do very tight timing, though. Like, the hunt's gonna end soon, right? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it! I'm going as fast as I can! Throw this crucifix! Boom! Okay, crucifix. 2 smudges. Run! Run, run, run! Okay, that crucifix should be real good. Now we need... Ah! Oh my god, I used the crucifix already? Okay, that's not ideal, but we can get the... photo, maybe. Photo of the EMF. Go, go, go. Oh! Okay. Photo of the EMF. More crucies. And do a smudge, I think. We do a smudge to have some timing. So we have a 30. I mean, we don't have to time it, really, I think. Okay. Ghost event. Hello, motherfucker. Do something. Show yourself, you bitch. Okay. Grab the video cam. So we can... Okay, it's using... Wait, so that means it didn't get hit by the crucifix, by the smudge stick? Oh, man. What? Why? Fuck. Okay, we try again. We try again with the smudge. You should be right here, no? Okay, that should have hit you because you were right next to that. Otherwise... Did I get the ghost photo? I probably did. I hope so. Now we need the video. Do I have another smudge? This is really not ideal. I've used so much already. Go, go, go. Oh, I have 1 more smudge. I have 2 more smudge. Okay. Please, ghost event. Good lord. Go in there. Go, go, go. Hello, buddy. How you doing today? Good to see you, everybody. Okay. We got the ghost photo. Video of the ghost. Can you show yourself? Do something. Give me a sign. Show yourself. Hello, buddy. Do a ghost event. Oh my god, if we get a ghost event right now. We need a firelight in here, though, but that's secondary, because we could just get a bunch of hunts and it could just... I think we should use the crucifix right now. We can get that later. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Get out of here! We need the candle, man! Dude, what the fuck? Come on. We need that candle here. Oh my goodness. Candle, we literally just... We can't wait... Well, if we put it in there, we can wait in the truck. But the problem is... Can we get it that close without dying? This is... We could easily die if it hunts outside of the room right now, which could totally happen. It's just... We need to just pray that this doesn't happen. There's nothing I can do about this right now. I have to bring this to the ghost room. And then we literally just leave that shit there. Because it won't ever turn off. Yes! We saw no orbs, right? So it should be a rev? That was like insanely slow. There's no way it could be anything but a rev, right? Like I'm... Because previously we said it was a... Oh my god! What? Dude, that's a crazy run, man. Are you kidding me? Shadow ghost photo. Shadow ghost video. All objectives. It was walking like a dang grandma. Could it be anything else? Let's think, right? Because it was extremely slow. I was standing still, but it was way slower than you would expect the die-in to be, no? Would a die-in be that slow? Wait, is it what? We have Catherine. No. Oh, could that be anything? Could a die-in actually fuck us here? I think it has to be a Revenant. It was so slow. Die-in is not like Revenant slow, right? I think, no, one more hunt is like asking to die. It's gotta be a Rev. Let's get out of here. That's an insane run, bro. Good lord. Please. We didn't see orbs. Oh my god, what a run. Holy shit. Let's go. That's insane. That is so crazy, dude. All because of that lucky throw. If it didn't throw right there, I would have walked it further and I would have died to the ghost when the hunt started. But because it threw something immediately and I heard it, I ran out of there as fast as my tiny legs could carry me. Now it should, there you go. Reward unlocks, Apocalypse. It shows you that you got all of them. So that was indeed Apocalypse completed before the usual end of the stream. That is crazy. I thought this was on paper supposed to be the hardest mega challenge so far, but we absolutely crushed it. Turns out we are still pretty decent at this video game right here, as you would expect when you play the game for about 3,000 hours, way too much time. So yeah, that was amazing. I can't believe that run. That was super good. I'm glad we didn't get like everything on that previous run, and then it was a shade, and we would have felt so damn stupid. So yeah, that was all of the maps. Look at that, all in a decent amount of time. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you're watching over YouTube, if you enjoyed this particular run, I highly recommend checking out some of the previous mega challenges we've done, because you can kind of see the progression of Phasmo, different strategies, how different challenges can turn out, because some of these challenges right now, they were really easy, like Thief Simulator, for example. We completed it really quickly, but on previous runs, those have given us like extreme amounts of trouble. So yeah, we got some decent ghosts today. It was a great time, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching it over on YouTube, now we have finally earned the right to Prestige, which we'll be doing in the next video, where we're going back to level 1. Look at that, 161. That's so high. I've never been that high before. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join the lovely gamer sharing chat, you can join us over at twitch.tv/Instagram. The link in the description down below. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Yo, let's go. We fucking did it, gamers. Nice. Another mega challenge under the belt. Let's go. Hope you had a good time today. I know I did. If you want to watch some more of me, I'm gonna link you a video, which actually I'm so excited for this game. I also saw a lot of people ask whether or not I saw the Mortuary Assistant trailer. Yes, I did. We have made a YouTube short on that. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on the channel, but you can find that easily. What I highly recommend you check out if you haven't already seen this game, this is a brand new farming horror game that's coming out hopefully soon. We don't know when exactly, but they posted a demo and it is super good. I played it. Highly recommend you check it out. Send them some love because I want this game to do good. Now we're also still waiting for We Harvest Shadows, and Welcome to the Game 3 is coming out soon. There's so many bangers coming out. I'm excited. But anyway, we did it. We did the mega challenge. Hope you enjoyed your time today. If you're watching over on YouTube,